Hello, everyone. What's up? Hi, chat. Here, I got my mug of coffee ready. Good morning. Oh, man, that's good. Oh. What's up, everyone? Hi, Dr. Dick. What's going on, everybody? Look at the window here. Is it a gorgeous day? No, it's pretty cloudy today. Dev wears pajamas to the club. Based, Stug. You see the aurora last night. I don't know if I'm far north enough, Zontar. I didn't notice it. I think if it was happening, I think it was cloudy all last night, too. Rip. No aurora for me. Oh, people could see it in Texas. That's wild, dude. I have seen auroras before. It's not like it would have been my first aurora, but I don't think I saw it. I recall, like, I would have been in high school, January, deep January, so it's very cold. Me and Dave were walking around our hometown in the middle of the night, and there was an aurora out, and it's like, whoa, where did this happen? Just kind of randomly happened, I think auroras are, like, semi-common in Canada, especially if you're farther north. I'm here to watch Dev stumble over articles after arguing with chat for 4 hours. That is what this show has become, isn't it? Don't worry, things will change once I move. Never seen one this intense. Damn, that's awesome. You can see it in Midwest America. That's wild, dude. No, I couldn't see it. Or I just didn't look. Dev, check your Discord at some point, you Canadian, says Artemis. Artemis wanted to get into a fucking fight with me over pattern recognition on Twitter. Thanks, Artemis. Oh, Artemis, I do want to point out to you, by the way, your money has not vanished. We are doing Halo, definitely. The issue ultimately is that we kind of put a hold. I put a hold on any sort of large project because moving date is now coming up. Like, we are May 11th, and I'm pretty sure we got to be out of here by the end of June. So I'm wrapping up a bunch of projects that are half finished that I've already gotten like a significant amount of work done on them. So that there's basically like once I set everything up in the new place, we're not like scrambling to be like, what the fuck? What were we doing? What's all this? What are all these files? Like, I want to get as many projects done as I can before then. So, let's half finish, Dev. Your diet, Dev. Thanks, Apples Ghost, you fuck. Zontar asked if I'm going to be on the Archcast today. The plan is yes. Yes. So here's how today's going to go, guys. I wanted to start at 10 o'clock. I ended up starting at 11 o'clock. I've actually been pretty productive this morning, but I started an hour late. But basically, the weekly sip will run into, like, right now it's 11 a.m., just after 11 a.m. for me. The weekly sip will run till probably somewhere between 12:30 and 1. And then Naomi will be home from work because she had a very early shift this morning. And then we will probably play some Final Fantasy together. We're playing through Final Fantasy VII Rebirth on stream. Those of you who don't watch the gaming streams, watch them. We're playing Final Fantasy VII on stream after the weekly sip. And then at 4 o'clock my time, the Archcast begins. So we'll raid into the Archcast after that. Artemis Fowl, $5. Thank you. To be clear, Narwhal isn't going to understand why I picked a fight like that in that way. Fair enough. Blonde, $2. Dev, I'm so fat I'll take days to move an inch. Fuck you. Fuck you. And also, I should probably announce, the reason that I'm doing the weekly sip today instead of tomorrow, my friends, is because I am going to be, basically during my normal weekly sip slot tomorrow, I'm going to be on Metal Commander's channel. And on Metal Commander's channel, I will be basically, I think we're talking about Stellar Blade, actually. We're talking about all the various dramas surrounding Stellar Blade. I'm going to be a guest on his channel. So I said, you know what? If he wants to do it at 11 a.m., And 11 a.m. is basically my weekly sip time, so I will do the weekly sip today, and tomorrow I will be on Metal Commander's channel. Theo Cringe, what are you talking about? Devo, can you talk about that new info that came up about the Brazilian girl raped in India and how her husband's decisions led to it? They met the guys that attacked them in the same spot where the attack took place earlier that day. They were hostile to the couple, and then they rode away. I have no idea what any of that story is. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, dude. $2 from Blonde. So Dev must so obese must consume more slop. Fuck you. God damn it! I haven't even eaten today. All right. I haven't had breakfast. I only had coffee. I had coffee and water. That's my fucking day so far. Okay. I guess what else can I chat with you guys about while people filter in? Though to be honest, this is not my normal weekly sip day, so maybe I won't get as many viewers as normal, you know? I usually get around 500 to 600 whenever I do a weekly sip, but I seem to be holding steady at like 120. R.I.P. Oh no, Dev fell off. Artemis, thanks for the $10, dude. Don't worry about the Halo thing. I'm not in the rush. I have things to take care of in the Middle East. I'm about to head for a month. I just got back. So much travel. Well, thanks very much for the support, Artemis. But yeah, basically that's kind of the plan. Oh, and also, I think early next week, the Suicide Squad video will finally be ready. I think. Because I don't know if you guys know this, but I've been working on a big ass... Oh, yeah. I'm working on a big ass Suicide Squad. How would you feel if you didn't have breakfast? Like I feel right now. Here. So here's a short list of videos that are over halfway completed that I just haven't finished yet. Okay? And these are all ones that I want to get out in the next couple of weeks before we move, right? One of them is the Suicide Squad video. One of them is a video about our dear friend Trigger Conroy. One of them is an update to the Super Mega situation. One of them is a video about the topic of fascism being capitalism in decay. These, by the way, are all large videos, not like small 10-minute ones. These are all large videos. There was at least two other... Oh, I'm doing a video... I'm finally doing a video about Starfield. Because it's finally time to talk about Starfield. Oh, did I talk about it before, Tio? Oh, I'm sorry. There's one secret video that I'm not going to reveal just yet, but it is over halfway done. Artemis, $2. Dev is wrong about the upcoming article. Fuck you. There is one secret project that's over halfway done that I don't want to reveal to you guys what it is yet. Sorry. I've done videos on pronouns before it's attacked. The trucker video is not on the list. Here's the thing, though. There's a series of videos that are under half done that I might have to just get to after I move. And the trucker video is on that list. I've done some work on that video for sure, but it's not done yet, obviously. Not anywhere close to being done. But that includes videos like the trucker video, the Vosh video, the Israel-Palestine video. Those are all like less than 50% completed. Oh, and I think what I want to do this summer is I want to finally do videos on why I sincerely believe the 2020 election was not stolen. And also just some general videos about just, Trump and Biden nonsense. I'll probably cover the Hunter Biden laptop. I'll probably cover like all the stuff that is relevant to the 2024 election. I'll probably cover it in the months leading up to the 2024 election. You know what I mean? It doesn't matter if it was stolen. 2 years, trucker video, less than halfway done. Yes. Blonde, $5. Dave, here's a bell ring. Here's Dave. Dave, here's a bell ring. Here's Dave, walks into Dev's room. Sees a 900-pound Dev melted into the bed from being so fat. Dev screeches, more pizza. Stug says I'm not sure if I'm gonna watch a trucker video at this point. So yeah, those videos I'll probably do after I move, like sometime in the summer. That list of videos. As for Canada, as for like a new video on Canadian politics, that'll probably come as the election gets closer and closer. You know, I've even toyed with the idea of putting off the Canadian election. I mean, I've even toyed with the idea of putting off the trucker video till the Canadian election because that's when it'll be most relevant, right? Like, if I'm actually aiming to have a political objective here, like to actually damage Trudeau's ability to get reelected in some minor way, like if I can shift like a few minds and change a few votes, you know, my ability to do that would be maximized if I put things out during the Canadian election period, which isn't until 2025. You know what I mean? See, Dev, you know I make you laugh. You know you love me. Thanks for the $2, Blonde. Thank you for enjoying the videos, Jack. I appreciate it. Artemis Fowl, $2. Reminder, Dev still owes me a debate. You haven't been around much recently, Artemis. I don't see you on Kibbs' channel anymore either. But yeah, here's the thing. In general, like, I'm certainly more pro-trucker than anti-trucker in the trucker protest. There was a little bit of violence, but for the most part, most people were like chill, and the government very obviously overstepped. And that's probably the beginning of the end of Trudeau, frankly. But yeah, I also have wanted to do some videos on I've also wanted to do some videos on COVID related stuff, like looking back at COVID. Right? Here's the thing, Dave can attest to this because Dave has seen it. I have amassed a giant COVID file of everything that happened as it happened, right? All the initial hysteria from there was like, okay, if you guys remember, Snardigan, $2. Keep it up, big dog. Thanks, man. And Artemis, $5. Thank you again, dude. Of admitting to planning to harm the government. So, Vlon, do you want to make a video on Nick Fuentes and the Gripers? I don't know what to say about them. Just Nick Fuentes is gay? Okay. Slams Wild, $2. Thank you. Will the Super Mega vid involve Ding Dong and Julian? Were they even related to the Super Mega drama? I'm not sure if they were. Wasn't like the whole Oni Plays thing its own drama? Anyway, though, I've kept basically a pretty detailed timeline of everything that happened back when it happened during COVID. All right, and so I have that initial few months where right-wingers were going insane screaming about how dangerous COVID is, and left-wingers were going insane saying, listen, if you go out and stock up on extra food, you're a racist. Go down to Chinatown and party and, you know, hug Chinese people. Everything's fine. Stop being a racist. And then, like, a few months into COVID, their positions completely switched 180, right? Like rightists became very convinced that COVID didn't exist, and leftists became very convinced that it was the end of the fucking world, right? So their positions actually swapped a few months into the pandemic. Do you guys remember this? Everyone's forgotten about it, but I have it all. I have it all documented, man. I have everything that happened back then documented. I have like the initial, you know, there was a push to not for people like to not wear masks, and then it's like you got to triple mask up, like it was crazy. Here in Canada, actually, there was a hardcore push by the government saying don't get vaccinated. All right, the first few months after the vaccine appeared, right wingers were saying like, not right wingers. The government was saying don't get vaccinated, right? And the reason is that unlike America, Canada had a shortage of vaccines. So there was a big media push of like advertisements and people saying stuff on TV and like the government saying stuff, people putting out statements, and it was all this stuff like, listen, do not be selfish. Don't get vaccinated. Save the vaccines for the most vulnerable among us. And then that became like the norm. And then for like 6 months after Canada got enough vaccines, for like 6 months after that, the government was like, okay, now everyone must get vaccinated. But like the original message I kind of set in already in Canada. So people were like, oh, I'm get vaccinated. And then it was like a big uphill climb to get people vaccinated. So Sword said, I saw people falling in the streets in China and getting welded into their homes and thought it was deadly. Then it hit here. Okay, hold on. Yeah, Swift Sword. You probably remember some of this. Here, think about it. You guys remember the COVID cult that existed in Korea very early on, before COVID came over to North America in like March or April, like in February, there was a COVID cult. Do you guys remember this? In South Korea, there was a cult that was like worshiping and spreading COVID intentionally. This is like in a short little period before it came over to North America. Like, it was wild. There were some crazy fucking stories coming out in the first few months. You know what I mean? Oh yeah, in Iran, people licked altars. Yeah, dude, in Iran, there was like the health minister or something was sweating up a fucking storm, like on TV while saying COVID didn't exist, and he just died on TV. Do you remember that shit? Dude, there were some wild initial stories about COVID. It was crazy. Here, hold on. I missed a few super chats. Let me talk about them. $5 from Artemis Fowl. Dev, there's a lot of wars going on, and I have a lot of job security. Can't do all the work from the U.S. Well, I appreciate all of your toppling of foreign governments. Derek G for $10. Thank you. Please talk about some conspiracy theories, Fabian Socialist, the Club of Rome, and the CFR with people like Jay Dyer, Dan Dix. I don't know, and we'll see if they're conspiracy theories with the farmers. I have no idea what any of this stuff is. I'm sorry. I know who the Fabian Socialists are. They're like a British socialist movement who basically wanted to implement socialism through democracy rather than through revolution. I know about them. I don't know about any of these other groups, man. I'm sorry. I have no knowledge of any of this. $20 from Rusta. Thank you, man. I remember being a senior during 2020. I was following the COVID news through Styx. He was on it months before it blew up, and I was going off to my classes and Discord friends about it. When it finally hit my state, I laughed. So Rusta, I know Styx was talking about it in December, right? And I also know that, like, in January, I started posting my videos, and I was like, listen, guys, before the there's runs on food or runs on toilet paper or whatever, like, pick up extra, all right? And I even told Naomi, and Naomi was like, what are you talking about? I was like, no, listen, I know you work at a grocery store. You can easily get some stuff, all right? Buy enough food for, like, 6 months. And she's like, what? I was like, yeah. And so before there was any sort of shortages here in Canada, we loaded up. We had so much fucking food stocked away. And then, like, during COVID, everyone was fucked, right? And we had friends who were like, can you please give us toilet paper? We were sitting on like a mountain of toilet paper. We were one of those guys. We were one of the stockpilers because we knew it was coming. And like we stocked up in January, and then when it finally hit in like April, I think it finally got here to Canada. And like, it was a shit show, and no one was fucking prepared, and everything was closed. I know because Naomi was an essential worker, she had to basically get a note stating that she was an essential worker and could freely travel around to show to the police. Now she never had to show it to the police, but she said that she was going to keep it on her at all times, because you weren't, like, that first month you weren't allowed to leave your house. I still did. I didn't give a fuck. Like, I walked around the town. It was actually fun. Like, I was walking around town, like, there was no one around. And I'm just like, oh, we're in like an empty fucking town. I just went for walks. I didn't care. Oh, also, I don't know if you guys remember this, but it happened here. Do you guys remember that that first like 6 months of COVID, a whole bunch of civil services were made free because everyone was locked down and no one had money, right? So, for example, public transit here was free. You guys remember that? Because that was the thing here, like. For the first 6 months after COVID showed up in Canada, all public buses were free. You got arrested several times. That's wild, dude. Did lots of fishing, lots of driving. Nice. It was quiet for a while. Yeah. There's still people who, like, are desperately trying to, like, bring back the mask mandates, and they're masking up constantly. But, like, no one cares anymore, man. It's so done. Dev, it is insane you are so pro-state when they forced you to stay inside. Here's the thing. One, I just went outside, and it was fine, right? It was one of those things where, like, they heavily encouraged it, but push comes to shove. But when push came to shove, they didn't arrest anybody for going outside. 2, listen. Just because the state makes mistakes does not mean that you should be like in some fucking stateless anarchist commune or some bullshit, right? Ammonium. You have to understand, right? Like, institutions are made of humans. Humans can make mistakes. They had the wrong call. Fine. Doesn't mean that everything they do is bad or wrong or evil. Okay? And ultimately, yes, you do still have to like have a government. You can't. No, the anarchists are all wrong, right? You cannot go. You can't just go like full anti-state, have no state at all. Lord Savage Wolf is losing it in the chat. Mistakes? Are you fucking kidding me? It was obviously intentional, you moron. It was intentional to lock us down and then not lock us down anymore. That's so stupid. Listen, I don't buy any of the bullshit where it's like they just wanted to consolidate power and take control, and then like put us into a permanent state of lockdown where we're micromanaged by the government. Where is it? When there was an emergency, no, here, I'll even be more specific, all right? When there was enough political will for there to be lockdowns, we had lockdowns. When the political will for lockdowns went away, they went away, right? When people wanted them, they were there. When people didn't want them, they were there. It's simple as that. Yeah. So, unknown in the chat says, where is it? Ukraine happened. That's actually bullshit. Like, I know Via said that, everyone said that, but it's like, oh, now that Ukraine happened, we're going to end the lockdowns. Like, that's retarded, dude. Type in all caps some more. I'm sure I can hear you through the internet. All right, dude. You're just raging. Yeah, hold on. Let me answer a few more super chats. Let's see. Oop. Where is it? Thanks for the support, guys. Appreciate it. $5 from Taras Shavenko. What ideas have you seen proliferate through the internet in the last 2 to 3 years that are, if not particularly dangerous, are just bizarre? Bizarre. I mean, a lot of the conspiracy theories are kind of bizarre. You know, there's not much out there right now that is bizarre but isn't actually dangerous because everyone's going to the most extreme fucking interpretation of everything right now. Hey, Tidge, I explained at the start. Anyone who supports the state is my enemy. I guess I'm your enemy then. I have to deal with that. I can't think of anything that is actually just bizarre, not that. Maybe like flat earthers, because the flat earthers are still around doing dumb shit. But thank you. Artemis Fowl, $10. I was going through all the Chinese obituaries with Oozaloo way back when it was first started in 2019. The issue is that all coronaviruses / common cold are more lethal to Asians than to whites. That's wild. Dude, Artemis, I mean, you know how I feel about Oozaloo personally, Artemis. That's fine. If it's good data, it's good data. Can you send me that? I'm kind of curious. I want to see what you guys did on that. If you don't mind passing it along. But thank you for the big donation, dude. Blonde, $5. If not for COVID lockdowns, I might not have started watching Dev regularly. Who would have called me a black-pilled weirdo incel then, huh? But now I have Dev. Thanks, man. Thank you. Let's see. Keep scrolling. Okay. $2. Karashavenko. Maybe the conspiracy theory that planes don't fly on fuel. Is that a real conspiracy theory? People actually believe that? I think you go careful though. You might get into race realism if you read that data. I don't really care. I don't care about the race realism bullshit, to be honest. Okay, here's the thing with the race realism, right? Is like there's very clearly genetic differences between the races, between various ethnic groups, obviously, right? Like if you're white and your girlfriend's white, and your girlfriend has a black baby, you know, either race is real. You know, if race isn't real, you have nothing to worry about, right? Like, okay, there's got to be a joke in here, right? Like, white guy, white girl, girl's pregnant, girl gives birth to black baby. White guy is like, oh, it's totally fine, dude. Race is just a social construct. Like, that would be a good like Stone Toss comic. You know what I mean? Like, here, think about it, right? 4 panels, 4 panels, okay? Um, Guy in hospital with pregnant girlfriend, very happy about the baby. You know, doctor holds up a newborn baby. Baby is black. You know, woman is sweating, right? And then like the final comic, the guy is like nonplussed and just says, "Race is a social construct." Like that would be a good comic. I just imagine the comic right now, its peak. I have like no connections to Stone Toss, but I would love to like just sketch that and give it to him. I'd be like, dude, just make this fucking comic. It's fucking great. It's like, if he hasn't made it yet, I'd be surprised. It's so up his alley, you know. But anyway, like, yeah, there's very clearly genetic differences between ethnicities. There might even be genetic differences, like that create different physical ability. There might even be genetic differences for IQ. Like we don't fucking know. We don't actually know, right? But my position is always is kind of the same. Regardless of whether or not the race realists are correct, my position is the same. And my position is that individuals always overcome group statistics. They do it all the time, right? And also that basically, despite any material differences between ethnicities, they do have the same moral value, and we should treat them the same. You know, like even like let's say it turns out that just due to genetics, you know, the worst possible outcome, okay, just due to genetics, black people have like a 10% lower IQ than white people, and it's just pure genes, right? That doesn't mean that when a black genius shows up, you should treat him poorly or treat him like he's dumber than he actually is. You know what I mean? Because you should treat individuals as the individuals that they are, regardless of how they adhere to or don't adhere to various patterns. $10. Derek G. Thanks for the $10, dude. I know you have no knowledge about these things. That's why you need to chat with these people about Fabian socialists, secret societies, financial elites, etc. Before ever making fun again of certain conspiracy theories. I will at least look them up, but I don't expect to be convinced, but I will at least look them up. Okay, thank you. Let's see. Thanks for all the supers today, guys. Statutory ape. Birds aren't real. Fight me, Dev. Thanks, man. Blonde, $2. The Al Ghul has blinded you to the truth of race. Oh my god. Okay, dude. Dracus Luthos for £10. I remember being at campus in December when the Wu flu started. I really freaked out. Ruined my hands with sanitizer. Bought a whole bunch of tinned and food and soup. Chugga Vidya and RPG Maker Vidya. Thanks, Dracus. Listen, Dracus, you've been doing the hashtag thing. I'm going to automate that once I move, since moving date is coming up. But just keep track of your hashtags, okay? And I will do the Kibs thing. You think Rockthrow is actually a racist? I doubt. I mean, he might be, but I don't really care. You know, like racism is bad, but it's not the most evil thing in the world, frankly. But people always soy out when they hear that. Artemis Fowl, $2. But Dev, that would incorporate pattern recognition. Okay. I always have this fight with Artemis and with V, right? Where like, yeah, you have like dumb progressives who just don't see patterns at all, and they're just like, oh, I don't understand. It's I don't want to see it because that would make me a racist. Oh, but like, then you have like dumb right wingers who only see the pattern and nothing else. You know what I mean? They only see the pattern, and they go, oh, I see a pattern. That means that it constitutes ultimate truth. No, no, no. Recognizing a pattern is the beginning of your investigation. That's not where you stop. All right? There's more. There's more to knowledge than just that. I think Juggalo, $5. Any thoughts on neo-segregation being back in the menu? Have you heard about Baton Rouge and St. George? No, I haven't. No, I haven't, actually. Yeah. A mixed race to have a 5 IQ dip. Let's see here. Okay. I've done all the super chats. Thanks, guys. Very appreciated. That's a lot of supers. Yeah, I don't know what that that last super chat was about the St. George stuff. Yeah. $10 from Tereshchenko. I was 3 years out of college, had a job that was determined essential when the Wu flu came. I think if I didn't have the regular 8 to 5 routine those years, I might have gone insane. I think many did. Oh yeah, 100%. Dude, there are so many people who went nuts over COVID, right? During COVID. I think like a lot of the populist brain rot we're seeing right now is directly due to the fact that people were like locked down for several years and then they lost their fucking minds, right? And the issue ultimately is that everyone's doomer predictions didn't come to pass, right? The leftists were completely fucking insane. COVID didn't destroy us. COVID was never going to destroy us. It was never going to be this like this ultimate, this fucking flu that just like ravages through populations. It was never going to be, a return of the Black Death, right? And the extreme appeal to safety from the left during the COVID eras was fucking insane. All right. At the same time, the right went insane as well, because the right was saying that the lockdowns were going to be permanent and that we were going to have all of our civil liberties removed and that everything was we were going to turn into like this globalist fascist nightmare state where like the Constitution would be suspended and all this crazy. It didn't happen. It didn't happen, right? You know what happened? People were scared and they wanted things to be locked down, and then they were. And the vaccine came out. And then everyone who wanted the vaccine got it. And then people felt a lot less scared. And they're like, you know what? We don't need lockdowns anymore. And then they went away. All right? Because that is what happens in a functioning democracy, is that the government does respond, sometimes a little bit slowly, sometimes a little bit clunkily, but it does generally respond to the will of the people. And that's what happened. So this idea that like, basically the future that we're currently living in is not the future that right-wingers predicted in 2021. People are saying that didn't happen and imposed. Man, go back to 2021 and see the public desire for lockdowns. It was so fucking high. Like you guys are losing it. You guys are losing it. $5, Highland Juggalo. Thank you. A white vet won a lawsuit that split a white neighborhood from a majority black area, and now it's a standalone city. You gotta send me information on that, Highland Juggalo. I haven't heard that before. You gotta send me that shit. Oh no, here's the thing. Yeah, Tidge. It just read a lot of songs about this. Oh, there were so many negative effects of the lockdowns, right? There were so many negative effects of the lockdowns. In fact, I think, looking back, frankly, lockdowns did more harm than good by a lot, right? We managed to slow the spread of the virus to the point that the hospital system didn't get massively overwhelmed. Okay, fair enough. What did we trade for that? A whole bunch of small businesses shut down. A whole bunch of monopolies were built around large businesses in the wake of that shutdown. People went completely fucking insane. No one trusts institutions anymore. No one trusts anything around them anymore, right? Everyone has fucking brain worms. You have like kids who have gone through just huge, fucking like, what's the word I'm looking for? Huge delays in their development because they were out of school for like 3 years, right? Like the COVID lockdowns did so much fucking damage. Oh yeah, you couldn't go to like funerals or like say goodbye to people who were dying. Like it was fucking wild, dude. You had like 95-year-old grandmas who were nearly dead anyway, and it's like my kids can't my kids can't come see me. I can't see my grandkids. I'm dying in like next week, and I can't see them anymore. Like it's ridiculous. It was ridiculous, dude. My God. Jiggy Calzone for $5. Thank you. It's one of those born again populist brainwaters. I'm looking forward to your video on the decay of rationality as a result of COVID. I think it's needed. Yeah, dude, it's so fucking wild. Kenrick, oop. I never said it was fine, Zattacked. What do you want me to do about it now? It's done. Like here's the thing. The rightoids were wrong when they said it would last in perpetuity. It didn't. It isn't good that it happened, but it also didn't turn into the nightmare scenario they thought it would. They were wrong in that prediction. Kenrec, $20. The issue with trusting our institutions after COVID is that most of the people that made those mistakes are still in the same positions, having faced no consequences. Trust has to be re-earned after it's lost. I agree with you there, actually. That is one video that I'll probably do sometime before the end of the year, is talk about trust and why it was basically destroyed. All right. Snart again, $5. Thank you. Kraut made a good point about how fascists and socialists feed off of the violence of the other side commits. We saw something similar in COVID. Oh, for sure. Dude, listen, the reason George Floyd was as wild as it was is because everyone was like blackpilled, everyone was locked down, everyone thought that we were just living in like the worst time on earth. So when George Floyd happened, it fucking exploded, all right? There's one, okay. There is a segment of the upcoming surprise video that I'm not revealing the information on just yet, but the upcoming surprise video, there will be a segment where I go over all of the online cancelings that got amplified due to George Floyd. So, for example, the Mike Zymont canceling from the Skullgirls situation, I mean, he would have always been canceled, I think, because the internet's very cancel happy, but it blew up way harder than it needed to because it happened right after George Floyd, all right? There's that peak of time in the couple months after George Floyd's death that the online left was at the peak of their influence, all right? It was this window of time. And during that window of influence, so many fucking people got canceled. It was ridiculous, all right? People were like getting destroyed for nothing. So that'll be a part of a video that's coming up, is just how many people got canceled that probably wouldn't be canceled today because it happened right after George Floyd's death. They like just destroyed them. Oh. $10, Artemis Fowl, thank you. To be clear, the right dooming was a call to activism and resistance. You can't claim they were wrong when the reason the lockdowns went away was because they resisted and red states rebuked Democrats. I mean, that's part of the story. Yes, Artemis, you're correct, but you don't have the whole story there. So the right's dooming was also them predicting that despite their activism and resistance, things would not change, that we were going to be living in lockdowns for the rest of our lives, right? And they were wrong about that. And in fact, their activism and resistance is also part of the political process, right? So when the government does something unpopular, and then when the government does something unpopular, and then the government starts to lose popularity as a result, and they're like, "Oh shit, dude, we want to get reelected. We got to fix this." They turn around and they start doing things differently. That's how it should be, right? I mean, that is the situation with that's the situation with the southern border right now. You know, the Democrats were like, "Well, we got to be all like lovey-dovey and open the borders and everything's fine," and then like Biden's popularity on the border issue plummets. And then they're like, "Oh shit, dude. This is the wrong choice. We got to fucking reverse course on this shit." Because they know that, the American public wants something to be done about the border. So it's, the fact that governments do respond to public pressure means that democracy is functioning. Oh my God, Brock Sampson, guess the documents case wasn't so solid. They confirmed the FBI staged those pictures of classified folders with evidence. Wrong. I saw that viral headline. I looked into it. That's all wrong. Here's what happens with FBI photos. When they find evidence, what they'll do is they'll document the evidence as it currently exists. If it's like a stack of papers, they'll like take a picture of the papers. And then they'll lay out the papers on like the floor to get like shots of all of them. All right? And of course, because you listen to only fucking Twitter grifters, that person where it went viral took the shot of the documents laid out and said, "Look, they staged it." But that's actually completely normal. To defeat the brand wars, you need RFK Jr. Thanks, $2, Stug. Thank you. The UK is far more fucked than America is. Like the UK is so fucked with your immigration, like it's wild. I DM'd an MSNBC article to you. Read it on stream, says Highland Juggalo. Probably not today, but I will. Yes. Apple's Ghost, thank you, $10. Dev, this right-wing populism didn't start because of COVID. The most recent wave happened because of the Tea Party movement, which is probably happening because of the internet's proliferation. That's true. If you, like, you can go back far enough and like find like sources for everything, right? That's true. Hold on. Patter of heads. Dude, just because they didn't succeed in making it permanent doesn't mean they didn't try. Their incompetence wasn't a feature by design. Okay, so even if we assume that they wanted to do it, why did they fail? Did they fail because popular will was against them? Okay. Well, if that's the reason they failed, that sounds like democracy functioning. Artemis Fowl, $2. I need to see evidence for that. Mind reading. Sure. I'll beam the Jewish space laser into your brain later. $5. Blonde. Off topic, have you thought about diving into other subjects like organized crime? If you're ever looking to do Whitey burglar, because that's interesting stuff. Not really, to be honest. Organized crime has never really interested me. I mean, I could. I'm not against the idea. Just nothing's really like piqued my interest, you know. Okay, Tomahawk. Let's say that's true. Tomahawk. Let's say that's true. Ukraine happened and their attention turned elsewhere. Okay, if that is the reason that popular will for lockdowns vanished because Ukraine happened and now everyone was thinking about Ukraine instead of thinking about lockdowns. Okay, let's even assume that that's true. And what's the issue there, right? Like, it's still democratic pressure, right? When the people wanted lockdowns, there were lockdowns. When the people didn't want lockdowns, the lockdowns disappeared, right? If the war in Ukraine started, and then people stopped caring about lockdowns and started caring about Ukraine, and then it bore out in the polling, and the government said, oh, I guess people don't want lockdowns anymore, and then stop the lockdowns, sounds good to me. Like, this idea that it's not democracy is ridiculous. It's obviously democracy, what's happening here. Now, you can say that's wrong, right? You can say that, oh, yeah, it's democracy, but it's bad. They shouldn't do that. Okay, fair enough. But like this idea that democracy is broken, no, absolutely not. Why did people want lockdowns for longer in some areas over others? It's the media. It could also be the fact that people are different in different areas, and they have different local sensibilities. Artemis Fowl, $20. Dev leaving out context from the documents case, of course. The special counsel lied about the documents being in the original state from which they were found, and were forced to admit they didn't maintain a proper chain of custody. That needs proof. That needs some proof, dude. But thank you for $20. But you got to prove that. Fondue, $5. In the lockdowns, I think Eric Dye was correct mostly throughout the 2020 nonsense. He called out the lockdowns were not being necessary going back in March. Yeah. Here's the thing. So the lockdowns probably were a good idea for those first few months, right? Because COVID was so new, we had no idea what we were dealing with. Like, they're probably a good idea then. But after we had like a basic grip on it, and we were like, oh, it's actually just like a hyper flu, we should then at that point it's like, nah, we don't need it anymore. Barrett Privateer, $5. Did you send 30 cringe super chats in a row to try and stop Dev from reading any articles today? Highland, thanks, man. Highland Juggalo, $5. Right. Democracy isn't broken because the thing stopped. No, if democracy wasn't broken, it would not have started. Wrong, Highland Juggalo. Because, listen, democracy is quite literally just doing what the masses want. Okay? That's what democracy is when you really boil it down. So if the masses want lockdowns, you get lockdowns. If the masses don't want lockdowns, you don't get lockdowns, all right? If the masses want you to kill all the gay people, then you kill all the gay people. If the masses want you to basically make gay people the center of your society, then the gay people become the center of your society. That's what democracy is, all right? Democracy isn't good or bad. It is just what the masses want. If the masses want a bad thing, you get a bad thing with democracy, all right? $5, Tara Cervenko. Are the bots who post pussy in bio guilty of soliciting minors if they reply to a minor account under U.S. Canadian law? A way to fix the bot spam. That sounds pretty based, actually, yeah. That's literally in the court filing you claimed you read. I haven't read all of it, to be honest, Artemis. But I have looked at like the reply to the viral post where it's like, okay, here's what's actually going on. Yeah. Don't worry, I'll get to it all eventually. Elite theory is how it works. No, it's not. God. Listen, elite theory basically says that nobody ever wanted lockdowns, but the elites wanted them, and so they happened. And popular opinion just doesn't matter. But that's not really how it works. Like, it can work sometimes. There is, a tug of war between the masses and the elites. Sure. But, man, I know you guys don't want to hear it, but lockdowns were popular when they were at their height. People actually wanted them. Elite theory is like it's like an Italian theory that kind of came out of their fascist period, where like basically how elites function and how the elites manipulate the masses. It's a whole other philosophical thing. Oh my god, no one wanted it. You're retarded, Jim's Jazz. You're like an actual retard. Here, let's see. Actually, here. Let's see. I mean, yeah. I mean, here's how it looks in Canada, at least. Wait, I don't. Yeah. Canadians prefer strict lockdowns over partial shutdowns for hard-hit regions. Well, that's how it was in December of 2020. This is a pretty common opinion. Yeah. Let's see if I can find it for America real quick, okay? Okay. How popular were Americans? Okay. Here's from April 23, 2020. This is very early on in the pandemic. Let's see. 8 in 10 Americans support COVID-19 shutdown. Yeah. I'm telling you guys, when lockdowns became politically unpopular, like around the end of 2021, beginning of 2022, that's when they went away. Simple as that. People wanted them, they got them. People didn't want them, they didn't get them. Yeah, see, now you're just like, this. I don't like the source. I don't like the source. Like, you guys, like, okay, fine. Give me a source that is just as credible that says something differently. Go. You don't have anything. Hold on. Mystic Fox, right? World War II was all right-wing hysteria. Mustache Man didn't succeed in Minecrafting all the Jews. I didn't say that. Like, very clearly, the Holocaust was bad, even though it could have been worse. Like, I don't know what the fuck. I even said earlier, I don't agree with how far the lockdowns went. Like, I don't agree with that. Like, what do you want from me, dude? You're fucking. It's because you want me to be like as brain rotted as you, basically. I already said it was bad. What more do you want? Yeah, Fox News will do. Sure. Yeah. Yep. Oop. Hold on. Hold on, guys. Sorry. Blonde, $2. Elites win because they play the long game. No, I don't believe that. Highland Juggalo, $10. How about a video on protecting class responsibility to be a night watchman? I.e., the gays say X will not lead to Y. If this result becomes reality, the group deserves to lose political winnings. I mean, I agree with you on that generally, kind of. But there's not much to it, though, is there? Like, you already said the whole argument right there. Winslow. Thanks for the $5. Democracy is shit sometime, but in this case of government-enforced lockdowns, the U.S. Constitution should have protected citizens from mob rule. Yes. Which is why, by the way, you had some states who were just like, fuck you, I'm not doing this. Like, Florida had no lockdown, right? Okay, guys. Should we actually do some articles? Oh my god, Mystic Fox. To say it didn't happen because it was all right-wing hysteria ignores the fact that the government tried repeatedly to make it permanent. Okay, the government tried. Why did the government fail? Why did the government fail, Mystic Fox? Hold on, I'm being fucking one guide by this retard. No, I'm only okay. Thanks for $2, D the end. No, I know. I watched the Australia one. It was fucking ridiculous. I know what you're talking about. Listen, I'm only looking at I'm ignoring all future super chats. I'm ignoring everything. I'm only looking at Mystic Fox. Go. I'm being fucking one guide. I know. I don't care. Mystic Fox, go. Go. It ignores the fact that the government tried repeatedly to make it permanent. And why did they fail? Go. Tell me. Because society collectively ignored the laws. Okay, and what does that mean, Mystic Fox? Collectively ignored the laws until what? Until what point? Because once they ignored the laws eventually, the laws got rolled back. And why did that happen? No. It's because democracy works. All right? You are making a pro-democracy argument here, Mystic Fox. You're saying, oh, well, the popular will of the people rejected the lockdowns and then the lockdown stopped. That's democracy, you fuck. Like you seem to be retarded, dude. Because the population lost faith in the government. That isn't why the government would themselves let off the... Oh my god. My chat doesn't agree. Yeah, listen, because my chat's full of retards. I love you guys, but you're dumb. Highland Juggalo, $10. So you agree it's cool we roll back all the alphabet rights for proving Westboro correct. It's wild that I grew up with them and had to apologize to them after all of this is wild based. I mean, I don't want to roll back gay marriage personally. I understand your point, though. Okay. Every revolution is democracy, right? Am I retarded? Here's the thing. If you read the anarcho-capitalists, yeah, they view every popular revolution as being democratic. Okay. Let's go. Article time. I appreciate everything. I've never had dealing with the mafia. What the fuck's wrong? No. I appreciate all the stuff you sent me, but let's get going, okay? Here we go. Why this disparaging post about an Aussie UN trans expert who plugs bondage, bestiality, drugs, and taxpayer-funded sex change operations must be taken down, or billionaire Elon Musk will cop an $800,000 fine. Wow. Whoa, guys. That's a wild title, ain't it? The Australian government has tried to force a Canadian man to delete an offensive post about a UN trans expert, threatening ex-owner Elon Musk with an $800,000 fine if it is not removed from the platform. Well, fuck you, Australia. Chris Elston, who goes by the name of Billboard Chris on Twitter. It wasn't me. And lives in Canada, revealed on Tuesday he had been sent an Orwellian removal notice from the Australian government's e-safety commissioner. It's like, well, I'm not Australian, so fuck off. Fuck Australia, dude. Mr. Elston's alleged offense has been to share a Daily Mail story in late February about Teddy Cook, a female-to-male trans Australian activist who landed a job on the World Health Organization expert panel drafting care guidelines for trans and non-binary people. In his post, Mr. Elston misgendered Cook and made other disparaging remarks. Cook, 45, who describes himself as a professional queer man of trans experience, has advocated for taxpayer-funded surgeries for all trans Australians. His now private social media posts are awash with X-rated material, including public nudity, bondage parties, trans orgies, and even a photo of a man apparently having sex with a dog. Yep, this is Billboard Chris. Here he is. And this is the trans man who has sex, who has all the weird things on his timeline. Okay, dude. All right. He's a professional queer and man of trans experience. There he is. And there's Elon. Okay. So, on March 22, Mr. Elston, because Chris Elston is the Canadian guy who made fun of this dude. So, Canadian man, Chris Elston, makes fun of trans weirdo in Australia. Australia's government sends Canadian man demanding a post demanding that he remove the deliberately degrading post. An ordinary, reasonable person in the position of the complainant would regard the material as being offensive. Yeah, well, good. You should be allowed to be offensive. Fuck you, dude. Australia's wild, dude. Like, fuck Australia. Okay. This is because the material singles out the Jesus Christ, look at that fucking photo, dude. The material singles out the complainant to personify the poster's contempt for transgender identity, as well as equating transgender identity with a psychiatric condition. That's because the transgender identity is a psychiatric condition, you fucks. You have to have dysphoria to be trans. It's a medical thing. I fucking hate these people, dude. It is unclear if Cook lodged the complaint with the E-Safety Commissioner himself. Daily Mail Australia approached Cook for comment. But the order demanded that if the post was not removed within 24 hours, X would be fined up to $782,500. Mr. Elston, a voracious campaigner against gender ideology, vowed he would not remove the post, claiming the Australian government had made a lot of assumptions. I do not hold that woman in contempt for her transgender identity because I maintain that gender identities do not exist. Well, that's kind of stupid. Gender identities do conceptually exist. Like, they exist the way that any other idea exists. Like, not physically, but it exists in your head. Yeah. We are called males and females, and that's that. I also feel strongly that radical queer theorists have no business drafting anything to do with medical policy. Uh-oh. X did delete the original post. No, Elon gave in. Well, the Elon Musk-owned company declined to comment. Actually, no, it just appears that the post was geo-blocked in Australia and it's still visible in other countries. However, in a complete mockery of the removal notice, Mr. Elston reshared the picture of the original post, which can be viewed in Australia. Yeah. Dude, fuck these people. Holy based. Yeah, I do that too. Whenever like a post of mine gets deleted or something, I always turn around and just like put up a picture of it and reshare it. So here's sure thing, Western Soul. Go ahead. So here's the interesting thing, right? Like Brianna Wu, despite being a radical lefty back during the Gamergate times, she is going through a political realignment right now, and she's doing so publicly, which means that it's probably quite embarrassing for her. And she'll be making a lot of mistakes and stumbling around. But hey, that's how it is. We're all human. She made a post where she said, "Trans women are obviously male, but you just don't be a dick about it." And I'm like, exactly. That's how it should be, right? Like, yes, trans women are obviously male. Just don't be a dick about it. I sent that to V, and V was like, "No, I must be a dick about it." Like, what the fuck's wrong with you, dude? Like, no, all right? Like, do you want to radicalize them away from you? Like, that is the correct position. Trans women are obviously biologically male, just don't be a dick about it, right? And like any reasonable trans person understands this. Blair White understands this. Taft Hadge understands this. I know you guys don't like Lilith. Even Lilith understands this, all right? I'll be a dick about it because I have one still. Yeah, you know what? Also, most reasonable trans women I know still have their dicks. Taft Hadge and Lilith both still have their dicks. But it's one of those things where it's like, it's one of those things where it's like, listen, you have crazies who are screaming that there's no difference between men and women and that trans women should be allowed to walk into basically the women's change room and pull out their cocks and wiggle them in front of your daughter's faces, which is fucking insane, obviously, right? Then you have people on the right who are like, listen, You know, basically, they believe that they need to begin every conversation with a trans woman in the most rude fucking way possible. Like, they would go to Blair White and just say, just start screaming in her face. You know, you're a man, right? You're not fooling anyone, right? You're a man. Did you forget you're a man? You're a man. That's like, what good is that conversation? You know, like it's retarded. It's fucking retarded. You know, it doesn't help anyone, and it's one of those things where you do have the middle ground is trans women are male. Don't be a dick about it. Yeah, you know, quite literally, the hyper anti-trans people sometimes act like women when they're screaming at trans women. Yeah, Jasso Havens for $2. I like Lilith. She's a darling. Why isn't she on? Lilith just doesn't have time anymore, man. Like, she has a lot of IRL stuff going on. Things are kind of really bad for her, and she just has no time to be on the internet anymore. She posts her OnlyFans stuff, but like, she doesn't stream with me anymore. She doesn't stream on Twitch anymore. Like, I think she just can't do it right now. You know what I mean? It sucks. I feel bad. Like, I've tried to help, but there's not much that can be done. I feel bad about what's happening with her. She has some pretty bad life situation stuff happening right now. Oh, fuck you, Avalon. Okay. Next article. Chris Pratt reveals he prefers to go by CP. Listen, dude, that's not. I go by CP, dude. No, don't make CP your nickname. Don't make CP. Those closest to him call him CP or simply Pratt. Yep, Pratt, CP. You know CP. Hey, CP. No one calls me Chris. I went golfing with my friend Chad, my pastor, the other day. He was like, no one calls you Chris? I'm going to call you Chris. All right, Chris, you're up. And I was like, no, it feels weird. It's not my name. Don't call me Chris. Call me CP. Okay. There's no article here, really. I just wanted to look at that headline. Like, call me CP, dude. It's so stupid. Chicago veterinarian and dog. Get that. Okay. Chicago veterinarian and dog show judge charged with distributing child porn as depraved dating app messages detailed his plans to rape the infant he and his husband are expecting to be a circuit. Holy fuck. Holy shit. Okay, hold on. We've got to see this. A Chicago veterinarian and a dog breeder was busted in an FBI sting for sharing child pornography and making disturbing comments about his soon-to-be-born son. Adam Stafford King, a veterinarian from Elburn, was charged with one count of knowingly distributing child pornography following a months-long investigation. The Elburn man has a history of viewing explicit images of children dating back to at least 2017. The charges stem from an incident beginning in September 2023 when King began communicating with a New York man through the gay dating app Scruff. Scruff, okay. He and the man spoke interchangeably on the app and encrypted messaging service Telegram, with King using the handle PervChiddude. Perv child dude? Okay. There he is. That's the face of your pedophile, guys. Oh, what's this? Did he win a thing? Oh, best in show. That's right. He's a dog breeder under the name Askin Havanese. Okay. Oh, and there's baby clothes he was buying, I guess. Yeah. Okay. In those communications, King indicated that both men self-identified as pervs. According to the FBI, the self-ID of perv can be used to describe someone who has an interest in pedophilia. Okay. King discussed his interest in underage children on several occasions. In one message, he professed that single digits, meaning kids under 10 years of age, were his favorite. The veterinarian clarified that he has a liking for boys and girls aged 0 to 9, but he preferred boys. Holy fuck, dude. That's fucking wild. Jesus Christ. Okay, hold on. Give me a minute here, all right? God damn it, my computer's fucking up. Okay. The FBI discovered the New Yorker's messages with King in October 2023 after seeing a search warrant on his electronic devices. The agency was ultimately given control over the accounts with a covert agent assuming the role of the New York man. King wrote extensively about his experience abusing children. In a November 2023 message, he described himself as an uncle, saying, "I play with nephews and nieces. I do almost anything." He described how he would sedate children before abusing them, writing, "I generally use Benadryl, noting that it provides a wide safety margin, and I usually double an adult dose." King gave several clues about his identity, including that he and his husband were expecting a child through a surrogate. He clarified that his husband, Lucas, was a non-perv, or not sexually attracted to children. Jesus Christ, dude. In some of the most shocking messages, King expressed interest in sexually assaulting his son after he was born. "I do love the idea of inviting a buddy over when I have my boy. Just has to be someone I can trust, obviously. I plan on getting my cock in him ASAP." Oh my God. Twice he implied the covert agent should take part in the abuse. "Maybe you'll get to meet my boy," he wrote. "Might have to come and visit my boy when he's born." On 2 separate occasions, he showed ultrasound photographs of the unborn child. He also showed a photograph of baby clothes that was attached to the complaint. He also bragged about possessing a large collection of child porn on his Telegram account. Jesus Christ. Oh, fucking wild, dude. I am turning off the stream. Thanks all. Oh my God. We'll go to the next article. We'll go to the next article. Jesus. Let me read some super chats real quick. Thank you for the supers, guys. Just so we stay caught up. Okay. Let's see. Artemis Fowl, $2. Virginia bringing back Confederacy. What does that mean, dude? I don't know. Highland Juggalo, $5. I'm now convinced that Commonwealth Britain is a thing. It's why Ken's UK is so brain rotted, especially you. Dude, Hylian, why are you getting like... Why are you directly attacking me now that I disagree with you? Like, you gotta fucking cool the fuck down, dude. Jesus. You went from, like, viewer to hostile real quick. D at the end, $3. Player head warden crying about mean people, Dev. What the fuck? What? Okay, listen, you can keep hating me, just keep giving me money. Derek G, $20, thank you. It was a manufactured crisis, and therefore manufactured consent to justify giving more power to the state. It's Fabian incrementalism, and even if the crisis is over, governments and the WHO are left with more power than before. They didn't fail. I don't agree. I don't think that, like, especially in the United States, like, none of those powers were made permanent, dude, as far as I can tell. Artemis Fowl, $5. Proximity to bias, Dev. Most trans people we meet online are crazy activists, so the be a dick response is valid in this setting. I mean, kinda not, Artemis. Like, most trans people themselves are not actually crazy activist types, and you tend to alienate them. And frankly, you actually want them on your side. All right, like, you do want the reasonable trans people to oppose the trans activists, and insofar as you alienate them, you make your job harder. Jesso Havens, $2. Chris Cheesy Pizza Prattles, thanks, dude. Artemis, $2. We were right about surrogacy. Not really. Like, right wingers just hate surrogacy in general, which I don't believe in that, frankly. The guy looks like Beavis and Butthead. Yes, he does, Highland Juggalo. Tara Shevchenko, $5. Maybe illegal surrogacy should require proof of a pregnant mother's inability to conceive. Illegal in all other cases. I don't know about that. I don't know if I agree with that, dude. I don't know if I agree with that. Let's a refresh. Naomi just came home. Naomi just came home, guys. Did you know? No more super chats are appearing just yet, so I guess I'll just wait, and we'll do the next article. What do you mean? Hi, Naomi. No. I meant for super chats to load. Naomi just came home, guys. You're just in time to this. You're just in time to see this article, Naomi, of this guy who is gay, and he has a surrogate like baby on the way, and he was caught with text messages saying he's gonna fuck that kid as soon as it comes out of the mother.
What the fuck? I hope he dies in jail.
He said, "I'm getting my cock in that baby ASAP." He actually said that on his fucking text. It's wild. It's so ridiculous. Did you hear Naomi in the background, by the way, guys? Naomi, leave while you can. I'll refresh supers in a bit and get some more, okay? Let's go. Next article.
To wonder if, like, it's just fucking, like, people putting out fucking fake articles to make gay people seem more like pedophiles.
No, because the guy was actually arrested and investigated by the FBI.
Okay, well.
Yep.
Womp.
Yep.
I'd rather my conspiracy theory be true.
We have links all over, say extortion letters in Abbotsford and Surrey. So this might be the UK, but I think this is actually Canadian news. All right, you joining us, Naomi?
Do you want me to?
Sure, if you want. No, you can join. Just put on the mic. Yeah.
Ow.
What do you say? You're a mic. Fuck you. Okay. No girls in the stream, real or otherwise. We have links all over, say, extortion letters in Abbotsford and Surrey. I think this is actually in Toronto, but it could be in the UK as well. But I saw a letter like this in Canada. Okay? Here's the letter that a local business got. We're going to assume it's Canada. Here's a letter a local business got in Canada. Warning. Read carefully. Do not think this is a fake letter. Jai Sri Ram. We are Indian gang members. We want our share from your business, like protection money. As you've seen on news on November this month, 2 shotting on houses. They were targeted because we asked them little money, and they denied. And got in trouble. We want very peacefully from you this amount if you want to do business here in Abbotsford. You have no other way. Please make sure do not contact the police. No, to police. If you did, then the no more letter, only bullet. Keep in mind. We are asking only $2 million in cash. In here, or we might get in India. We have links all over. Do not ignore us. It will affect you really bad. We will contact you next month. We give you 1 month to decide by phone or letter. Jai Sri Ram.
What the fuck?
Do not redeem. Do not redeem.
Do not redeem.
Okay.
Jesus.
Yeah, Abbotsford, Surrey, and Vancouver. Yeah, this is happening on the West Coast. There's a growing Indian problem on the West Coast in Canada.
Indian problem.
Well, there is, dude. Like
it sounds like the old country. I understand.
There was an Indian nationalist who assassinated somebody over there.
I'm not saying that you are wrong. I'm just saying it fucking sounds like we're in the old Wild West.
No, basically, like
Indian problem.
there were some like Sikh radical separatists who were using Canada as a base back in the 80s, and it culminated with like a flight, like an Air Canada flight getting blown up or some shit back in the 1980s. But recently there were it seems like the Indian government sent an assassin to kill one of the Sikh nationalists here in Canada.
Jesus.
And the Canadians are pissed about it. That happened like last fall.
Yeah.
And the Indians are just like, fuck you, Canada. It's like, well, Jesus.
Why not just say that he did something wrong and they're bringing him back to India instead of just...
Because the Canadians refused to extradite him. So the Indians assassinated him.
Well, of course that was going to happen if people refused to extradite him.
Listen, Trudeau's government's fucking retarded and has been for a long time.
Bored.
Okay. Extortion letters are being sent to businesses in Abbotsford, Surrey, and Vancouver purport to be from gang members in India. Photo letter circulating online references 2 houses that were shot at in Abbotsford in November, saying they were targeted because they did not pay protection money. Okay. Abbotsford police did report that on November 4th, shots were fired at 3:20 a.m. Okay, yeah. The extortion letter, which is not dated and does not name a recipient, demands $2 million in cash. Yeah. Okay.
Are these just like local businesses?
Yep.
Like, why would they think? Are they really stupid enough to think that like a local business would have $2 million in cash?
Here's the thing, all right?
Most local businesses are like broke.
Like
or only making even.
Low-level street gangs and mafias and stuff, they do actually target local businesses.
Yeah, for protection money, but like for like actual amounts that the business can pay so that they can keep getting a regular supply of money, not $2 million. Apparently they're fucking retards.
So here's the thing.
Jesus.
Media outlets in India have been reporting on the extortion attempts in Canada, alleging that they're linked to the gangster Lawrence Bishnoi. Bishnoi is currently in prison, and he is accused of the fatal shooting of Punjabi rapper and singer Sidhu Moosewala in May of 2022. He continues to run his criminal enterprise from prison. Yeah, that sounds about right.
Yeah.
I mean, this could be a real letter, but it's fucking hilarious that it's written in such broken fucking English.
Yep.
It's like, good job, dudes. All right. Do not redeem. Let's keep going. Ninja, Twitch's biggest gamer, shares his cancer diagnosis.
Womp.
Yep. U.S. streamer Tyler Ninja Blevins has revealed he's been diagnosed with melanoma, a form of skin cancer.
That sucks, bro. Should have worn sunscreen.
Yep. A dark
Right,
spot.
Dev?
Yep.
Right, Dev?
Yep. A dark spot on his foot was found to be cancerous. A second dark spot on his foot was also being checked, and though shocked, he was grateful out of hope that cancer was found early. He's urging others to get regular checkups. Yeah. So he was one of the big. Yeah, I don't think he's on the list of biggest streamers anymore, but he was one of the biggest streamers like a few years back.
Holy shit, that's right. He's only 32. Damn, that fucking sucks.
Yeah.
Hopefully he can just like get them removed and be okay.
Skin cancer, you can like snip it pretty. Yeah.
Well, it depends on how far along it is. Sometimes skin cancer just like gets you.
Yep. Melanoma is a form of skin cancer that can spread to other parts of the body, typically caused by ultraviolet light from the sun. Yeah.
I had a melanoma when I was 2 months old. No sun needed.
Did
Womp.
you? Oh, he did. Oh.
No, I did not.
I thought you did. Sorry.
No.
Okay. Next article. Sorry, Ninja. Hope you're okay, buddy. Honestly, he's got like infinite money. He'll be fine. Married substitute teacher was caught undressed in a car with a student.
Why?
Dude,
Stop.
the last time I did like a female teacher fucks male student thing, there were retards in chat who were like, Dev, it's just different when it's male students and female teachers. Men cannot be raped. You're like, what the fuck's wrong with you? You're so
stupid.
dumb.
Yeah. I'd like to see them say that after they get fucking raped by one of those fucking crazy chicks
well,
who just rides them into the sunset
Listen,
with a knife to their throat.
I'm actually certain that there are probably some underage guys who are like, yeah, I'd do it, and they'd be fine.
Yeah.
But you still shouldn't do it.
Well, no, like the thing is, you shouldn't do it. But like, there's definitely guys who would not be like traumatized by it. But the thing is, it's still fucking rape. Like,
Yes, it is. Yep. Okay, so let's see. A married substitute teacher was arrested after allegedly being caught undressed with a student. Let's see. They found 45-year-old Aaron Ward with a 17-year-old boy in the back seat. Authorities said the teen jumped in the driver's seat and attempted to flee from deputies before crashing. After crashing the car, the teen ran from the driver's seat without any clothes on. He was found more than an hour later in a nearby neighborhood wearing only underwear and a t-shirt. Back at the scene, Ward was putting on her...
run away.
He's like, I'm out of here, dude. Crashes the car, bails, steals clothes.
Wow.
Okay. Back at the scene, Ward was putting on her clothes. She literally told authorities she was a substitute teacher at Burke High School. She admitted to having sexual relations with the teen. All right. The vehicle belonged to Ward and her spouse. Dude, okay. Imagine this. You're a female pedophile, okay? Just imagine. You're a female pedophile. You want to fuck some underage guy. Okay, you're doing it. You're fucking this guy. You're having the time of your pedophile life. And then the guy fucking takes off with your car, crashes it, destroys your fucking car, and then runs into the woods. Like, yeah, you already fucked up being a pedophile, but now you're like, dude, my car's also destroyed by this kid. Like, what a shit show. Naomi, where'd you go? Why'd you leave? Okay. I'll read a few super chats while Naomi's gone. Oh, Naomi's getting a call from work. I can hear it. Uh-oh. What if she has to leave? Uh-oh.
I don't have to leave. I just have to make a call.
All right, just close the door so they can't hear you. Yep. I'll refresh the super chat panel so we get new super chats, and I will read the super chats. Thank you for all the support today, guys. I appreciate it. $5 from Tara Shevchenko. Maybe legal surrogacy should require proof of a prospective mother's inability to conceive. I don't agree with that. Yeah, I think I already read that too. Dethen for $3. Britain didn't send their best. Broadcast your work call, GigaChad. Artemis Fowl, $5. I'm glad I wasn't the one defending gays' access to surrogacy. Would be silly if I tried to defend that after articles like these. Well, here's the thing. One guy doing one thing is not a trend. We got to see, like, is there any rate of gay people actually assaulting their surrogate kids at higher rates, right? So I did a video. I did a video outline like months back outlining. I think it was with that one high-profile gay YouTuber. You know, outlining how gay men do actually treat their children, and there is higher rates of there is data showing higher rates of abuse. That's for sure. But there is also data showing that is slowly changing. And also, you know, we should not treat the gay parents who do not abuse their kids as if they do just because other gay people do. You know what I mean? It's like I said. Even if there are material differences between various demographics, does not mean that you should treat individuals of that demographic as anything other than individuals, right? Yeah. Just so happens, $5. Dev, have this $5 so I don't use it to buy rope. I don't need the temptation to decorate a light pole with that, man. Thanks, man. $2 from Emi Hoshino. Why is Artemis so dumb? Artemis isn't dumb. We just disagree. I don't think he's a dumb guy. Tara Shevchenko, $5. The chance that she can come home to this every day is why Naomi does it. I want to get started on Final Fantasy in the next half hour, so we'll zip through the rest of these articles, okay? $20, Derek, thank you. You can't just disagree. Some of the vax policies are still currently enforced, and some more policies will only acknowledge during the next crisis. WHO was also given tremendous power recently. Mott and Bailey isn't failure. Some of that just lies, dude, all right? Naomi, can you grab me a water bottle, please?
Yep.
Thank you. Listen, like, what vax policies are still enforced?
Motherfucker.
You okay?
No.
Oh,
Shut up.
what'd you do? What'd you do?
Close the door on my thumb.
Well, you probably shouldn't do that.
Fuck you.
So here's the thing, guys, right? Like, I don't agree with private businesses deciding that they want to force you to wear masks and have a vax passport, especially in 2024. But ultimately, they are private businesses. They can do what they want. The government shouldn't do it. And I don't think any government is anymore, all right? Canada's emergency powers, just ask the truckers. That was 2 years ago, dude. What is currently still in place, you dips? Oh, my God.
Okay, I'm back. Hello. I came back to rage.
Surrogacy doesn't carry the same qualifications. It's like a private affair. Adoption is also, some adoptions are private affairs, and they're not nearly as
You know,
as regulated.
adoption should definitely be run through like a fucking agency. And also, the more I find out about the more I
Surrogacy?
find about surrogacy and its problems, I'm actually starting to become of the opinion that it just shouldn't exist, or it should be like an adoption like agency running it.
Possibly.
So they can do like background checks and shit. Because like
here's
I
the
am,
thing, though, right? So
but it'd be really hard to enforce
Here's the
because
thing-
people can just pay.
So here's the thing about a surrogacy, okay? So let's say you have two gay men and you have
Yeah.
one woman.
Yeah.
And the woman's like, I'll be a surrogate. What's
Yeah.
happening here is one of the gay men provides their sperm. So one of them is the father,
Yeah.
meaning they have full fathership rights.
Yeah.
All right?
Yep.
And then the mother says, listen, I will give up my legal rights to the father.
Mhm.
And the mother does.
Yep.
And then the father has a private adoption
Mhm.
where he says, well, my partner will now adopt the child and be the second father, right?
Mhm.
And all of these components, they're all legal and unregulated, and they
Yeah.
kind of should be, right? Because like you wouldn't want it if, like, let's say,
Well, that's not true. We both know the dream I want.
Yeah,
Everyone's sterilized. It's in the water system.
Yeah.
You have to go through a fucking government-run program to have children.
yeah.
But that would be bad, and we shouldn't do that because most governments are corrupt.
Yeah, but
But that's what I want. That's in my dream
yeah,
world.
but you know, hear me out there. Hear me out. So, like, in order to make this illegal, you'd have to go in and be like, listen, if you're a mother who has kids and like you find another guy and the guy
Mhm.
and the guy like shows up and the guy's a good father and so you get married and so the guy adopts these kids, right? In order for a new person to come in and adopt the kids of a partner.
Mm-hmm.
If you want that highly regulated, like so many people are going to say that that's bad.
No, that's the thing. Like, it is bad, but it's also just like, I don't know how to solve this fucking problem of this. There's a parent gay man surrogacy problem that we keep finding articles on that are different articles.
Yeah.
I don't know how to solve this problem.
Yeah, because here's the thing, right?
Without, like...
The issue ultimately is that with a surrogate, because one of the two guys is the father, it is their child.
Yeah.
And they can then take the child if the mother gives it up, which the mother does. The mother has agreed to do so.
Mm-hmm.
So now that the kid has one parent, one father, right? And so now it's like, well, are you really going to make it really hard for a new couple to form and for the new partner to adopt the child? Because you can do so in the issue of to prevent the whole surrogacy thing, but that won't help.
Ow! What the fuck,
Sorry,
Dev?
Naomi, but you're being derpy. That won't help with that basically. If you try to solve the gay surrogacy problem, you will ruin pretty much all step-parent relations. There you go.
I mean, to be fair, you could just make... But, like, in that article you found, the step-parent wasn't the problem, which is the issue.
Yeah, the actual parent was the problem. Yep.
Yeah, so...
What did you just do? I slapped Naomi for being dumb. She deserves it.
Fuck you.
Slaps. Thanks for the water bottle, by the way. I appreciate it.
No, fuck you. I hope I fucking poisoned it correctly.
Anyway, more super chats. Thank you. But yeah, no, this $20 super chat. Some of the vax policies are still currently enforced. No, they're not. Some more policies will only acknowledge in the next crisis. The WHO was also given tremendous power recently. No, it wasn't. All right, like that's just a lie. The WHO wasn't given any power at all. Listen, I know everyone wants to view Klaus Schwab as the next fucking Emperor Palpatine, but he's a loser. All right, he's a nobody. He has no actual power. He does not direct the governments of the world to do certain things. Klaus Schwab is not the end boss. All right,
Maybe he should be.
Fucking hell! Like you guys gotta calm down on the weird WHO shit. $2 from Artemis. Suck it, Emil. I ain't dumb. Thanks, man. We penetrated the cabinets. Yeah, you're taking one fucking quote. Oh my, I hate you. You're so stupid. Okay. Yeah, the WEF and WHO are not these fucking crazy things. Like, calm down, guys. All right. Okay, here. When you guys are talking about like the fascist one world government that's coming in to like destroy everything, you are just as delusional as the leftists who call everything fascist. Shut the fuck up. Amy Hoshino, $5. Sergey is a cool guy. Glad you acknowledged him. Thanks, dude.
You missed one from Artemis that just happened.
Yep, I know.
Are you sure? Are you sure that you know, Devin?
Healthcare workers need to be vaxxed. It's actually fine if healthcare workers need to be vaxxed. I'm fine with that restriction.
Realistically, though, like, if you work in healthcare, you should have, like, all vaccinations
You should have all your
ever.
vaccines, yes.
Like, because that's part of the deal. If you work in healthcare, you work with immune-compromised people, you get all the vaccinations. That's how it should be.
Yep. The WHO pandemic treaty seems to be failing in court. Surprise, surprise, the country leaders don't want to see their own power out so easily. Exactly. Jiggy Calzone. It's not going to fucking happen.
Hashtag uncallable.
Artemis Fowl, let's see, $5. Not really. You can just classify financial incentives around child surrogacy as human trafficking and illegal. Yeah, sure, but then you just have people doing it do it for free, right?
Yeah. Like, and also the main issue that I'm thinking of is the fact that of that one article where the dad was the fucking problem.
Yes.
You know?
Yep.
But he was gay, but he was the dad, you know?
$20 from Jesus Christ, stop scrolling. $20 from Derek G. People are still being denied surgeries if unvaxxed. By who?
Send proof. Send articles.
Send an article. Send proof. You're also ignoring policies that you will only know about during the next pandemic, which the WHO have been recently given a lot of power regarding definition of policy enforcement. No, they haven't. The WHO has very little power. Like, get offline. Your brain is being rotted. Five BGNs from Goberton. Thank you. Finally caught you live in the act, Otaku Sensei. P.S. I was subscribed to you. Today I found out somehow I was unsubscribed from your channel. Well, thanks for resubbing, dude.
Thanks.
The WHO is responsible for my virginity.
Oh, I'm immune compromised. Don't use this as for forced medical care. Only for healthcare workers. You will not change my mind about this.
Yep.
Come babies, old people, immune compromised
Yep.
people. The fact that there's
Listen,
nurses in surgery.
Dude, people are like,
No.
wait, I have to be vaccinated to be a health worker? This is bullshit. Oh, man. I got to wear a hard hat when I'm working construction?
That's
But-
fucking bullshit.
What am I got my freedom? Don't wear a hard hat,
I
dude!
have to go like 50 feet up in the air on like some fucking beams. I have to wear a safety harness. Oh, like
so
everyone's
stupid.
dumb.
So dumb. Listen,
Fucking all the
listen,
health and safety rules are written in blood, guys.
listen, any workplace being owned by a private person can have whatever fucking policies they want for their workplace. All right? Calm the fuck down. Okay, next article.
Ah, Disney.
Excuse me. What is this? Oh, I gotta turn off the dark mode?
I have no idea.
Oh.
I guess.
Ah!
Oh. Oh no.
The chat's kind of bright, isn't it?
The chat is so bright.
I'll turn it back on later.
Okay.
Disney World cuts classic character from meet and greet amid scrutiny. Disney World has quietly axed one of its classic characters from doing meet and greets at the park, which is a move that comes after the character was flagged internally for its controversial portrayal in the films. Tinkerbell from 1953 Peter Pan
Oh,
first disappeared from Disney World during the COVID pandemic, along with every other character. Okay.
Okay, can I just?
No,
I
I'm going to read this.
But I need to make a comment.
Go ahead, make it.
There's literally an entire series of movies about her now.
Mhm.
Why? Why?
Well, because I'm going to read the article and tell you.
No, I know, but
Okay, so when the theme park reopened, Tinkerbell never returned. And now her signage has reportedly been removed from the Town Square Theater at Magic Kingdom, the only location where she used to conduct meet and greets with fans. Banners at the theater now only inform guests they can meet Master Magician Mickey Mouse, and the only other places to spot Tinkerbell at the resort is during the Festival of Fantasy Parade, where you can see her waving at fans on the Peter Pan float. Fans can also take her flight over the Magic Kingdom Park after the Happily Ever After fireworks show. Disney confirmed that they have confirmed her disappearance from meet and greets at the resort in February. Disney character meet and greets do change at the Disney parks. It's always a good idea to keep an eye on the Walt Disney Resort website for character updates. Tinkerbell has reportedly faced scrutiny from Disney's Stories Matter team ahead of the debut of Disney Plus in 2019. The team reportedly flagged and labeled the character to Disney executives as potentially problematic, claiming she is body conscious and jealous of Peter Pan's attention. So, what happened basically...
so because they made her bitchy, they
So here's the thing.
they're like she's problematic now.
Tinkerbell is considered a problematic character because her personality traits, being conscious of her body and being jealous of Peter Pan's attention, basically makes her not a positive female role model.
But she's a positive female role model in her fucking series of movies. There's literally like
the fact
four
that
of them.
she just fawns over Peter Pan and wants his attention and gets jealous, and she also doesn't like how she looks. She's not a positive female role model, and so they have now taken Tinkerbell out back and shot her in the back of the head.
But why don't they just add her and like the other fucking characters from her series of movies where Peter Pan doesn't even exist? What the fuck? What?
Yep.
This is ridiculous. You know what? It's because they'd have to pay more people. They're just trying to cut down on the fucking mascots. And this is their excuse.
Disney's Stories Matter team was developed to spot and correct negative depictions of peoples and cultures in Disney products. We are reviewing our offerings beyond the screen, which includes products, books, music, and experiences. While advisories for negative depictions of people and cultures may be added to some offerings, others will be reimagined.
So are they gonna just remove all the fucking villains then?
I guess.
What the fuck? This is, you know what? No, they're not gonna remove the villains because the villains are supposed to be bad and the villains are always defeated. Ergo, but any good person who's flawed will take out. That's the way it is. Like, they're not even taking her out because she tried to fucking murder Wendy. They're taking her out because she was conscious of her body and she wanted attention from a man. They're just anti-whore.
Base! I'm on board. Okay, I'm turning back the bright mode on. Or dark mode. Oop, there it is. Okay, so let's keep going.
Oh, wait, no, it's normal now.
I don't know.
Weird. Okay.
Miss France in Woke Row over androgynous winner with pixie cut. So, people were
really
mad.
androgynous except for the pixie cut.
People were mad that this chick won Miss France because she has that hair.
But I mean, I don't really think I like it on her, but like.
Oh, I can't even. Oh, whatever. The Miss France beauty pageant has
Wait,
been
can you
accused of
cut it?
going woke after what?
Oh, you cannot have the cutting thing on this
Nope.
computer, do
Nope.
you? Womp.
Is it like a TV remote?
Yes.
You didn't see Naomi's hand gestures there. The Miss France beauty pageant has been accused of going woke after it selected an androgynous winner with a boyish haircut. So, oh god, get this fucking thing out of the way. I just want to see the picture. So, would you? Yes, no. I mean, yes.
I mean,
cute.
obviously. But like, I don't think I like the hair on her, but like, she's not androgynous because she has short hair and small tits.
Yeah,
like
I know.
that's France.
Yep.
That's just France. They have short hair, they wear fucking berets, and they got small tits. That's France.
Mhm. Here's the thing. Looks like a Star Trek Vulcan. Yeah.
A little bit, yeah.
I mean, there are better short hair styles.
Yeah, definitely.
You know, Halle Berry back in the 2000s had a good one.
Mm-hmm.
This is not
When
really
she
a good
played
one.
Catwoman? Yeah.
Yeah. Even though that you fucking coomer.
Yeah.
You never complain about me being a coomer ever again. You get beatings for that. Beatings.
Why?
Beatings.
Listen, you always complain I'm not a coomer enough, then let me be a coomer and don't beat me for
No.
it.
You can. Just stop fucking complaining about me.
No, you deserve the complaints because
Nope.
you're gross
Slaps,
about it.
slaps.
Ow.
Okay. So yeah.
I say
Yeah.
this is a load
this,
of.
This is
a
ridiculous,
nothing
obviously. It's
burger.
fucking ridiculous.
Nothing burger.
Okay. Let's continue. Math teacher, 30 years old. Can I just close this, please? Is there an X? There it is. Math teacher, 30 years old, got pregnant by a pupil while awaiting trial for grooming another schoolboy at 15, who she took back to her luxury apartment for sex.
What the fuck? What
What?
in the crap?
A math teacher got pregnant by one of her pupils while awaiting trial, taking another schoolboy back to her luxury apartment for sex. Rebecca Joynes, whatever.
Joyne.
Whatever. 30 years old, has been on bail accused of grooming a 15-year-old for sex by buying him a 345-pound Gucci belt. What the fuck?
It's not even fucking grooming. That's just prostitution at that point.
She then drove him in her white Audi to her flat in Salford Keys, where they had sex twice. But despite her telling him no one better found out, he messaged a friend over Snapchat to tell him what he just had sex with Miss Joynes, and they were told.
Of course
And when
they
the
weren't
friend-
fucking Jesus.
And when the friend refused to believe him, he secretly took a photograph of her and sent it to him.
This is why you don't have
She
sex
is.
with your students.
Can you guys fix her?
No, don't fix her.
Is
Hit
she
her over
fixable?
the head with a sledgehammer. Boom.
Is that like one of those pussy hats in her?
What?
Like the 2015 feminist pussy hats? It looks like it.
I have no idea what you're talking about. I have no context.
Hold on.
Pussy hat?
Basically, feminists wore these pussy hats back in the 2010s to show that they were at protests to show that they were feminists. It's like a knitted kind of pink with like these two bumps.
Cat ears? They wore cat ear hats?
But look, there it is.
I am so confused. What? Why is it called a pussy hat? It doesn't look anything like a pussy.
Probably because pussy cat, pussy hat,
That's
and pussy
stupid.
for women. Yeah,
That's stupid.
they were all the rage back when Trump was first getting elected.
I mean, I have no idea what that is.
Yeah.
I can't even tell. It looks like it's
Hey, wait.
photoshopped in.
We got to get bussy hats, guys.
Pussy hair, pussy hair, pussy hair, pussy hair.
That must be the lawyer, I guess,
I guess.
or father.
No, her father.
Oh my God, Dad.
Wow.
Word spread over the weekend, and the following Monday, police were called to the school in Greater Manchester where she worked, and she was arrested. She was released on bail to not contact
Any child under 18.
and suspended from her job.
Learn how to read. Ow, ow, ow! Fuck you. Stop.
Come here.
Read.
Stop doing that.
Stop paying attention to me.
Stop it.
Read the fucking article.
Naomi's being weird, guys. She's digging her feet into me.
Yeah, it's deserved. Fuck you.
Eh.
Ow.
Okay. While she was awaiting trial for engaging in sexual activity with a child, remarkably, it was revealed that quite brazenly she was in a long-term sexual relationship with a boy prosecutor. Oh no, with a boy. The prosecutor said, okay. The affair with the second boy, during which he claimed they had sex around 30 times, was exposed after she told him she was expecting his child.
Oh my god.
This came as a shock to the schoolboy.
She had
That
told
she was
him
she was going to get pregnant.
Oh my god! Oh my god. Why? This is like a fucking soap opera. Jesus.
Okay.
Oh, Naomi is literally a saint compared to you? Don't you dare
Shut your
badmouth her.
fucking face.
Oh, chat's on my side. Ha
Right. In my high school, there was a lesbian teacher that was fired for having sex with a student girl that was already 18.
You know what? I understand that. Like, sure, she was 18. Hopefully, they only started having sex when she was 18. But good on the school for firing her because she shouldn't be having sex with the students.
Yeah. Okay. So she's since had the woman has since had the baby, sat with her arms folded in front of her and wearing a lilac colored jacket with her blonde hair down as the prosecution's case against her was laid out.
This is so very descriptive. Have you noticed that? This is like one of the most descriptive articles I think I've ever read.
Can you fix her, guys?
No. Fuck her.
What a very long article.
Actually,
Holy
don't fuck her.
Holy fuck. Look at, holy shit. Okay.
Why is it so long? It's all the descriptions.
Oh. So the lawyer told the jurors that while her relationship with boy B ceased to be illegal once he had turned 16 and she had been sacked, it was the prosecution's case that had already become sexual by that point. Yeah, okay, this is just a pedophile, all right?
Yep, 100%. Oh no, what is it? An Ebophile? Ebophile?
Yeah, oh my god, Naomi's pulling out the fucking libertarian terms.
Well, I mean, that's what it's called. That's what it actually is. That's what most of these fucking female pedophiles are.
I know what you mean. Yep.
Are.
It's just really funny.
Yeah.
Okay.
Shut up.
Next article. Man buys a hate group's domain and turns into a gay furry site.
Wait, is that what happened to the Wolves of Odin?
Yeah, the Wolves of Odin is a far-right Canadian group that peddles Islamophobic immigration theories. Its members were caught earlier this year harassing Muslims and spying on the country's oldest mosque. So when a Canadian resident, Brady Grumpelt, realized wolvesofodin.com didn't have a Canadian web address with the related .ca suffix, he bought wolvesofodin.ca and turned it into a gay site with erotic images of furries.
Amazing!
Yeah. So, wolvesofodin.ca is filled with images of male wolves with names like Chocolate Rain and Bigger Woofer, posing seductively in tight shorts. Wow.
It's
fucking funny,
thing.
dude. It's fucking funny. Here's the thing, right?
That is my new favorite thing. I want that to happen to all hate groups.
It's actually really funny that, like, that's the opposite of amazing. No, it's not Patter of Heads. What do you mean?
So fucking funny.
Like, hold on, Patter of Heads. I think Patter of Heads is actually like a very right-leaning person. He's like, oh no, the Wolves of Odin are getting made fun of. You can't have that. Oh.
Hilarious.
Listen, all right? I know Uzlu bought, like, shortfireotaku.com and redirects it to, like, his stuff.
Yep.
Which is, like, it's annoying, but it's your right to do that. Like, it's funny. You know, I find it personally annoying, but it's obviously funny, you know? So, like, what the fuck? I guarantee you that, like, you're not complaining about that, so shut the fuck up. All right? No, this is funny. Yeah.
Furries are a hate group. Then it should happen to a furry website that has a singular domain name. Hilarious.
Fucking hell. Okay. Let's continue on. Oh, yeah. RFK Jr. details medical abnormality that he says was a parasitic worm in his brain. So, this guy has been, like, increasingly more and more fucking retarded.
Now we know why.
Whenever I've seen him. Yeah, he said like the 2001 anthrax attacks were false flags by the FBI with no proof. And he was like, he was going off this crazy fucking story on Tucker Carlson, and I'm like, you're fucking ridiculous. Like, this guy's nuts. This guy's actually nuts. And he's been weird for the past year, going viral constantly for the strangest fucking takes. And he's just like, also, I had a brain worm. Literal, like, I make fun of brain worms or brain rot. This guy actually had it.
Yep. Wow. I can't. That's fucking wild that he had, like, worms eating his brain and, like, was still able to be, like,
there was one
a
worm,
person.
apparently. It was one worm.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, still, though. Okay. Let's see. Robert F. Kennedy Jr. on Wednesday detailed that a medical abnormality he experienced in 2010 that he said was caused by a worm that entered his brain and then died. He recalls experiencing brain fog and having trouble with word retrieval and short-term memory. He was told by doctors he had a tumor on his brain and was planning to have it removed before he met with another doctor who looked at the images of his brain and said it didn't look like a tumor. They measured the abnormality and discovered it hadn't grown. They said this is most certainly a parasite that has gotten into your brain. It's a parasite that's very common in India, where I've done a lot of environmental work. Wow.
I mean, yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, the doctor told him his health issues could be caused by a worm that got into his brain, ate a portion of it, and then died.
Yep. Oh. That sounds genuinely terrifying. Yeah, all worms are scary. Parasites are some of the most terrifying medical things you can
Like,
get, other
what?
than cancer.
What a fucking ridiculous
Mhm.
situation.
Is anyone selling
Yeah.
these worms over the counter so everyone can have RFK superpower? Thanks for the
Let's see.
$5.
Okay, so basically, a spokesperson for his campaign says that the issue was resolved more than 10 years ago and he's in robust physical and mental health. Questioning his health is a hilarious suggestion given his competition, referring to Joe Biden being 81 and Trump being 77. Here's the thing, like, both Biden and Trump, they're talking really old now.
Mhm.
Like, you listen to Biden speak, he's like he's like barely, like, he's so fucking ancient, he barely has it together.
Well, this is why the fucking there should be a fucking age limit on politics. Like, you can't fucking do it if you're over 70.
But here's the thing, Trump has the same problem now. Like, I've gone back and listened to Trump.
Yeah,
like,
because he's 77.
yeah. So Trump was 69 back in the
First one.
in 2016.
Yep.
And man, his appearances during those debates, like, he was fucking sharp. He knew exactly what to say. Trump was on his game during those debates.
Listen, maybe the doctors had to be like, Trump, you gotta stop taking so much fucking cocaine. It's gonna kill you faster. And once he stopped taking all the cocaine, he's now showing his age because he's not all coked up.
But here's the thing, like, if you compare how Trump speaks, like go pull up a video of Trump talking like last week
Mhm.
and compare it to Trump's debate performance.
Mhm.
Trump's debate performance back in 2016, night and day.
Mhm.
Trump's also fucking losing it. Yeah. Trump's still put together. He's like mumbling over his words all the time too.
Age limit, no, but cognitive tests, sure.
Yeah.
But listen, those are harder to, like, you can just fucking pass those, you know? Like, those are very easy to be, like, corrupt.
Mhm.
If you put a hard-ass age limit on it, then it's harder to lie about a person's age when they're in politics because their whole fucking life is scrutinized, right?
Yeah.
So if you put an age limit on it, then you won't have much of the cognitive issues because generally past 70, that's when they all start hitting you really hard.
Yep.
If you're gonna get them, right?
So people with pork tapeworms infections in their brains more commonly experience seizures and sometimes be on anti-seizure medication for a long time because when the worm dies, they form a calcified cyst in the brain that can cause the brain to release inflammatory chemicals. Damn.
Ah.
Oh, wow. Crazy, dude.
Everyone knows Baron is the brains of the operation.
Yeah.
Thanks for the $2.
Xbox is now selling replacement controller parts and showing how to fix them.
Ah!
Actually, that's pretty good.
Yeah.
Thanks, Xbox.
Wow.
Microsoft started selling replacement controller parts.
Microsoft is really trying its best to, like, actually have goodwill with its consumers, and it's working out for them.
They've done some other things recently that are pretty bad, though.
Yeah, I know. But they're trying, which is important.
The new Xbox repair and replacement parts in the Microsoft Store allows players to order parts for the Xbox Elite Wireless Controller Series 2 and the Xbox Wireless Controller for Series S and X. You can buy input PCBAs, replacement motor assemblies, buttons, and top cases. We've also posted documentation and video guides showing players how to repair their own equipment. Dude, that's wild. That's cool. Yeah. Gotta do some iFixit stuff, man. That's pretty good. Yep. Microsoft pledged back in 2021 they would investigate the possibility of letting consumers repair their own hardware, including Xbox consoles. That's pretty cool. Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Good job.
Hooray.
Now, Microsoft also done a bunch of other terrible things. They shut down a bunch of studios recently, and yeah.
Oh, well, yeah.
Here's a silver lining. Here's a silver lining.
Well, okay, I actually have to wonder, because the Hi-Fi Rush studio, like, for whatever reason, they didn't let them go indie, but apparently they let another studio go independent, like, in semi-recent years. So I'm wondering if it was actually just a contract thing.
I think what it was is most people had already left the Hi-Fi Rush studio anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
They
like,
already pieced out.
it might sound bad, but, like, it's not as bad as, like, the devs wanted to make it sound.
Yeah, maybe.
You know?
Yeah. Okay.
I don't know. Might be wrong.
Let's see, friends. What's next? Teens were kicked out of an elite Catholic school for blackface. They've been awarded $1 million by jury after proving it was an acne mask.
We have to see it, because I know exactly what acne masks they're talking about.
There it is.
That's,
So 2 teens that were kicked out of their elite California Catholic high school, while falsely accused of wearing blackface,
Mhm.
have been awarded more than $1 million after proving it was just a green acne face mask.
Well, play the thing.
Okay, It's not going to be that. It's going to be like, oh, no, it is. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, there it is. I mean, you could see that before anyway. But there it is.
Yeah. So it looks like one of those charcoal-infused acne masks.
Yep.
Yeah.
Also,
Like
there it is.
that's not like a mask, but like it's like a paste that you put on your face and you leave it on and then you can peel it off.
Wait, one of the kids looks Asian. Is he the one that didn't get charged? Or
Probably.
Only two of them got charged.
Yep. Listen, Asians can't be racist, don't you know?
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah.
So there were 14 when they took a photo of during a sleepover back in 2017 of them wearing a treatment in solidarity with a friend suffering from severe acne. The treatment bought by one of the boys' moms was light green when applied and turned dark green once dry.
Yep. I know exactly. Yep.
Their innocent selfie went viral 3 years later when it was found and widely shared during the height of the Black Lives Matter protests following the 2020 murder of George Floyd.
Good Lord.
Fined for 3 years, George Floyd happens, gotta cancel these kids.
Man, fucking men doing skincare and being supportive of a friend, and then they get fucking kicked out of their school. Thanks, society.
Fucking ridiculous, dude.
Jesus.
Fucking ridiculous. Minor gives birth after rape and then gets gang raped again in the hospital.
Holy shit. Is this in fucking India?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
You racist.
It says new/India.
Yeah, but you're racist.
How is that racist?
Because you noticed.
Fuck you.
Okay, so the incident was brought to the attention of police. Did I read this before? I might have. I don't know. It kind of sounds familiar, or just this is all just happening.
No, it's all just a thing that happens. Because the world is a terrible, horrible place.
So 3 people, including 2 minors, were arrested. The police sources said tried to underplay the matter, but later took action, made the arrests. And is very concerned about women's safety in the state. Okay, what's going on here? What's going on?
That is terrible, Jesus.
A minor girl admitted to a hospital after giving birth after rape was allegedly raped again on hospital premises. In a distressing incident reported to have taken place in Rajasthan in June. Okay, whatever. So
You said Rajasthan.
Yeah, whatever.
Like there's no extra TH
So-
in there.
the minor gave birth to a child after which the police were informed on knowing that she was unmarried. The family did not register a case fearing bad name in society, and the police also don't do anything by themselves. A month later, the maternal family of the victim reached the police station and reported the matter, following which a case was filed and a team was assigned to the case. The girl was taken to the magistrate to record her statement. The girl confessed she was molested multiple times by 3 people on the hospital premises. The police arrested an occultist who had raped and impregnated the girl. The accused reportedly raped her on the pretext of treating the victim. 2 more people were arrested while a minor was detained in the connection with the case. Okay. They were working at the hospital. Yep. So, gets raped, gives birth, while in the hospital, gets raped again.
Okay, wait. I missed that. Did she get raped in the parking lot?
No, she got raped somewhere else.
No. Okay, no. She got raped, brought to the hospital. Where? In the parking lot? Is that what that
Not
said?
in the parking lot, and the pretext of treating the victim. So,
Oh, so it was a doctor. No.
yes, someone working for the hospital
Yes.
raped her on the pretext of treating her after she had already been raped and given birth to the rape baby.
But it said gang raped.
Yes, there was 3 guys.
I somehow missed everything you fucking said. I don't understand how I did that. I apologize.
Woman logic. It's okay.
Fuck you.
Gotcha.
You're a mean person.
No, I'm just joking.
No, you're a mean person.
Nope.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, I give you all your foods. I'm always like cooking for you every day. Get out of here! I'm not a mean person. Fuck you.
I'm never making you breakfast ever again.
Yeah, I'm never making you dinner ever again.
Okay, sounds good.
Fuck you.
'Kay.
Fuck you.
'Kay.
Fuck you.
Okay.
Okay, we'll later.
No.
You already said K 3 times, so. Daily showers are purely performative and have no real health benefit.
Make you not smell. That's the point of them, is that you don't smell, and you should shower at least once a day. I don't fucking
Call
care.
it perfumative hygiene. Experts say the daily shower has no proven health benefit, dismissing the dowsing as a socially accepted practice geared towards saving off accusations of funkiness. A-listers like Jake Gyllenhaal and Mila Kunis admit they've been saying no to the nozzle.
It's
Why are we-
Gyllenhaal.
Whatever. Why are we washing? Mostly because we're afraid someone else will tell us we're smelling.
Yes, because we don't want to stink up places.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
So the author of the book, that comment was said by Donna Shad McCarthy, the author of the book The Prostitute State. She only hoses off once per month to help the environment. A lifestyle choice inspired by spending 2 weeks in the Amazon with the indigenous Yanomami people. Every other morning, he opts instead for a wash in the sink, using a cloth to give his body a good scrub.
okay, that's not as bad as telling people to just not shower. If you tell people to not shower every day, they will just not do
don't
anything.
do any washing whatsoever.
Yeah, that's what people hear when they say you don't have to shower every day.
Yep.
That's bad.
Yep.
He is still bathing. He's just bathing less. You know what's the best way to do that?
What's that?
You use like gray water to.
Gray water?
Yeah, because it's a type of like a recycled water. So it's like water you've used that's gone down the sink that you then like reuse in like showers or toilets. I don't think a lot of people will use it for the shower. Usually they'll like use
filters,
that.
yeah.
Yeah.
You know what you mean, yeah.
I don't know a lot too much about gray water, but like just recycling the water would be helpful. That would be the best way to do it.
Well, yeah, Amu Haj spent decades no washing and chain smoking turds. Yeah, he smoked.
Yeah,
Jesus.
I remember that.
And as soon as they washed him, he died. Wow.
I mean, like, considering that he never washed and then they washed him and he died, yeah, like, that is probably actually the reason.
Yeah. So, while abstaining from showers might seem like antisocial behavior, medical experts are inclined to lean towards agreeing with earthy types like McCarthy, saying the modern obsession with cleanliness can actually be hazardous to one's health. Here's the thing: I actually prefer to feel cleaner. I just feel it, you know.
Yeah.
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 That's how I feel too.
Yeah.
Anyway, it apparently strips away the skin's microbiome, which plays a role in protecting the skin. Is also extremely important overall health of the body. Okay. Well, fuck you. I don't want you to smell. It's like, I have a healthier microbiome in my skin. Yeah, but you stink. Fuck off.
Well, like, the thing is, like, people, listen. You shower once a day, but the point is to not use, like, super harsh chemicals and stuff. Like, you should be using a bar of soap, and you should probably be moisturizing after your showers and stuff. Because showers make your skin dry. That's just the way it is. That's fine. If you moisturize after you shower, your fucking microbe will still be healthy. Like, so.
God. How much shower do you guys do? Chat, fill me in.
And it also depends on the climate. Like, if you, like, as long as you're, like, washing your fucking junk in the places that sweat a lot. Like, you don't have to shower, like, every day, but, like, you do need to wash all the places that sweat regularly every day. Because then those just get gross.
Once a day? I think I shower, like, once every 2 days or so. Every 2.
Like, honestly, it depends on my, like, activity level. Like, if I'm, like, at work, like, I need to shower. If I'm just, like, at home and it's not a hot day and I'm just lazing around, like, I probably won't shower that day, but I'll just, like do a quick wash, you know? Well, I mean...
shower just a bathtub. Well, good enough.
Yeah.
Okay, so, let's continue on. We can't compete with AI girlfriends. Design a girl who's always on your side, says Replica.
I mean, realistically, yeah. Like, you can't compete with someone who just wants, like, who gives someone literally everything they need. Like, you can't compete with someone who will give the person everything they want, even if that's not good for them.
I am not making any jokes this article.
Thanks. It'll be the first time ever. Ah.
Ads for AI girlfriends have been all over TikTok, Instagram, and Facebook lately. Replica, an AI chatbot originally offering mental health help and emotional support, now runs ads for spicy selfies and hot roleplay. They invite users to create their dream companion, while Dream Girlfriend promises a girl who exceeds your wildest desires. The app Intimate even offers hyper-realistic... What are you counting down for? The one Ryu? What the fuck is this? What's the countdown all about?
That was a really fast countdown.
Yeah.
I'm unprepared.
Anyway. Robotics intercourses. Okay. So. Let's see. Boom. Okay. Let's see, guys. So, the Ava AI invites users to create their dream companion, while Dream Girlfriend promises a girl who exceeds your wildest desires. The app Intimate even offers hyper-realistic voice calls with your virtual partner. Kind of the jokes that you wouldn't make. I'm not making it. This might seem niche and weird, but it's a fast-growing market. All kinds of startups are releasing romantic chatbots capable of having explicit conversations and sending sexual photos. Meanwhile, Replica alone has already been downloaded more than 20 million times. Even just one Snapchat influencer, Carolyn Majory, makes $100,000 a week by charging her users $1 a minute to chat with the AI version of herself.
Wild. AI friend, level 1. AI girlfriend, 99 level. Ooh.
Okay.
God.
Of course, most people are talking about what this means for men, given they make up the vast majority of users. Many worry about a worsening loneliness crisis, a further decline in sexual intimacy, and ultimately the emergence of a new generation of incels who depend on and even verbally abuse their AI girlfriends.
Okay, no, listen.
Based.
Listen.
Abuse your AI GF.
Listen. It's like girlfriends right now. If they made a male, like if the male version of these got as like just as popular, women would be fucked. Because so many women are just like super into fucking romance novels. This would be like a romance novel on the next fucking level, and so many women would just be lost.
Yeah.
100%.
Abuse the
100%.
AI GF. I'm not talking to the FBI girlfriend. Fuck you. I wonder if AI girlfriends really do become as pervasive as online porn, what will this mean for girls and young women who feel the need to compete with us? Most obvious to me is the ramping up of already unrealistic beauty standards. I know conservatives often get frustrated with feminists calling everything unattainable, and I agree they can go too far. But still, it's hard to deny that pressure to look perfect today is unlike anything we've ever seen before. That's probably true.
Yeah.
I don't think that that's necessarily pressure from men, but I do very much think it's pressure from a network of profit-driven industries that take what men like and mangle it into an impossible ideal.
I also want to say that, like, into that, like, there was pressure back in the day, but that was more for, like, nobles. And it wasn't, like, everyone, like, anyone of the aristocracy was, like, they were just, like, you gotta look good for the peasants and each other, otherwise no one will like you and you will be hated, because your one job is to get fucking married and have children, right? You gotta look good, okay? But now, it's for everybody. Peasants and aristocracy alike.
I'm gonna say, until the pressure isn't just to be pretty, but filtered, edited, and surgically enhanced to perfection. Until the most lusted after women in our culture look like virtual avatars. And until even the most beautiful among us start to be seen as average.
Yeah, because there's even, like, I know TikTok's banned. I'm pretty sure TikTok's banned now. But
Kim Kardashian.
But, like, on TikTok, there's just, like, there's just a beauty filter that you can, like, so many people just automatically use.
Yep.
And it makes their face, like, it doesn't do anything except, like, get rid of all, like, bumps and, like, scars or anything on your face, and it just gives you a, not a makeup face, but just, like, a clear face.
Yeah.
And, like, honestly, like, everyone just uses it. Every single person who uses TikTok uses that.
T-Bone is gaming. I chatted to an AI woman. She was way too forward. I spurned her advances and literally turned into a dragon.
Yeah.
That's fucking hilarious, dude. Based. Okay, yep. Dream Girl Builder allows users to personalize every feature of their virtual girlfriend, from face style to butt size, which can really be unhealthy for men who already have warped expectations. But it's also unhealthy for a generation of girls already hating how they look, suffering from facial and body dysmorphia and seeking cosmetic surgery in record numbers. You know, fair enough. Fair enough.
I actually think that the cosmetic surgery thing is just because it's actually slowly being more accepted now.
Yeah,
than just people hating their body. Like, people would everyone always got lots of plastic surgery. However, they were more secretive about it. Now people don't care if you get plastic surgery.
Here's the thing. Back when I was a kid, you would make fun of a woman for getting a boob job, for getting bigger boobs. You'd be like, ah. But, like, now it's just normal. You know?
Yeah. Because it's more accepted. Yeah. Anyway.
So, yeah, I mean, part of this is the fact that a real woman can never actually compete with an AI.
No, it's impossible.
Except for the fact that the real woman's actually real.
Yeah.
Another part of it, though, is that you're not going to like this, but it's true, Naomi. This isn't a joke. This is a real statement. There's a lot of women out there who are just, like, fucking terrible and getting worse. And it's like, why would anyone want to date you?
Why would you think I don't like that statement? I know that.
It's like sometimes I can't tell what you'd like or not. No, there are definitely women out there who are just, like, complete fucking shits, and they're getting emboldened by social media, and they treat men like shit. They treat each other like shit, and men are like, why do I want to date that? Like, fuck you.
Yeah. I mean, there's men that do that too, but, like, yes, of course there's women out there that do that.
Yeah.
Every human being is a pile of garbage, including myself, including you.
But here's the thing. Men want different things from women than women want from men, though. Yeah. And it seems right now that women want less from men than they used to, and women are also providing less to men than they used to.
Okay.
No, that's true.
Okay.
That's absolutely true.
Sure.
Well, it's true. So for the first hand, women want less from men than they used to. Of course, that's obviously true, because women are now making their own money. They don't need a man to support them, so they want less from their men. Yes. But also, women are giving their men less as well. So for example, if you're like a young Zoomer right now looking to date a girl, right, and you have girls who like OnlyFans is skyrocketing, right? It's like, well, I don't want you to be naked on the internet. You know, the chance of her having been naked on the internet is higher than it used to be, right? And And so a woman is not giving that man what he wants. Like, I want a partner who hasn't done porn. Well, that's not them, right?
Mhm.
Or like, I want a partner who cares about me in a certain way. It's like, well, that's not them. Like, there's definitely certain ways in which women are not giving men what they want anymore.
Okay.
And I don't mean in terms of like how hot they are. I don't mean that. I mean in terms of the type of companionship that men are looking for.
Mhm.
I've seen so many women who are just like, yeah, I mean, I know that I'm like 22 and we're dating, but like this isn't serious. And it's like, well, I want it to be serious. It's like, well, I'm just sleeping around. You know, it's like, well, you can do that, but not what I want.
I mean, to be fair, like, that's the same, like, view, like, with both men and women, because there's men that do that too,
Mhm.
right? Of, like, the 50s, just with sex.
Yeah.
Like, in the 50s, everyone was like, oh, yeah, I got, like, 3 girlfriends, but, like, none of them are serious, and they all know that. Like, one of the, like, but they're not allowed to have they're not allowed to see any other men. I can see all of them, but we're not having sex, of course, because it's the 50s and we're all Christian.
Oh my god, someone says hypergamy is nature. Get off the red pill, dude. Hypergamy is like level 1 understanding, and there's so many more levels above it. Like, chill the fuck out, dude. Stop watching Fresh and Fit. Anyway. Yeah, I don't think there's anything else to this. I think we're discussing the idea, and it's all kind of the same thing that we're saying.
Yeah. Like, I think this is just a bad idea for everyone. We shouldn't have online girlfriends or boyfriends.
Mm-hmm.
I don't like someone that can just give you everything you want all the fucking time
that's
ever.
pretty bad, dude.
That's not gonna be good for society. It doesn't
Hey,
matter if it's
Poochly, what's up,
girlfriends or
man?
boyfriends. It's gonna be bad for society.
Thanks for being here, man. Anyway, yeah.
Okay, so what was that Kim Kardashian thing you opened?
Basically just her looking unrealistic.
Okay.
Or like ridiculous.
Wait, so always? That's just Kim
Well,
Kardashian.
she's not unrealistic because she's actually a real person, so she is realistic. She's just ridiculous.
I'm so confused. Is what you're saying right now.
She looks ridiculous.
Yeah, but Kim Kardashian already always looks ridiculous.
Yeah, okay, fine.
Well, no, what are you saying? Like, I don't know.
Fine. Here, let me put it this way, all right? Your average guy seems to want a woman who is interested in a long-term relationship,
Mhm.
has roughly the number of partners that he has had.
Mm.
Not too much, probably not too little, but I mean, they can probably trend down more than they trend up,
Mhm.
but still, roughly the same amount of experience.
Mhm.
Interested in something long-term, probably wants marriage and kids at some point in the future.
I mean, you mean other than the fact that many men are mostly ambivalent about it, but sure.
I think things are changing.
Okay.
But basically, there's a lot of women who are on the feminist like, oh, these are my young years. I'm gonna have a party and have fun.
Mhm.
It's like, go ahead and do that. But that just means that you're not offering men what they want out of you anymore.
Yeah, but many men want to do that too. Just party and have fun in their 20s and then settle down when they're older.
But here's the thing. I think our society is swinging back more towards monogamy, and I think it's men who are swinging that way more than women right now.
I mean, yeah, probably, but like that's an issue with a lot of men. I personally think, I know the chat's gonna get mad at me, so I'm not even gonna bother to read it. About a lot of men like not realizing that equality means that the woman can sleep around too. Like they don't like they know it. Like remember when we had the conversation about knowing something and then emotionally knowing something?
Yeah.
I think it's now emotionally hitting a lot of people that yes, equality means the woman can sleep around
Yeah.
just as much as you can sleep around.
But here's the thing. I think there's more and more guys now who don't want to sleep around.
No, yeah, I understand that. So it's probably gonna like trend back, but like the thing is, it's just that like, well, yes, if you want like, but like those guys also can't just be like, okay, well, I want to party and sleep around and it'll be okay, but you can't do that. That's the problem. If it's not the same type of guys doing that, like if they're just like, I don't like to party, I don't want to do that, I want to find a partner that's like that, then yes, then they can complain about that.
Yep.
The issue is the fact that I think it's the same people who are just like, yes, I want to sleep around and party and have a good time in my 20s, but I want a woman who doesn't do that, but I'm allowed to do that. That's where the problem comes in. I'm not reading it.
I'm not reading it.
Nope.
Oh god, that reminds me. There was that one post where like guy moves off to university for first time, right?
Mm-hmm.
Moves into a house with people. There's another guy already there, and he's like, "Listen, bro, listen, dude. All right, I'm gonna be bringing.
I've read this.
Yeah, I'm gonna be bringing around a bunch of girls. We're gonna be having fun. We're gonna be fucking them. I'm even bring some guys around too. If you're not comfortable, then figure it out because this ain't high school, kid.
Yep.
You know, we're adults here now. and then he immediately met a girl, like the first girl, and just started dating her long term.
Yeah, they're married.
Now they're married.
They were married as of that post.
And it's like, yeah. So, guess it didn't actually happen that way, eh, dude? But yeah, basically what's going on here is that what men want out of women and what women want out of men have been diverging as a result of many different factors. Feminism is part of it, but it's not the whole thing.
No.
And now we're at a point where, like, basically, women don't want what men offer them, and women don't want to offer what men want. So it's like, well. Meanwhile, I don't know if you'll agree with me on this or not. Men are much more likely to accommodate women than vice versa, I think.
I think so too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I think that, like, the entire history of men is literally doing that. It's like, fine, I'll work hard for you, okay.
Yeah.
I'll go off and die in a battle for you, okay.
Yeah.
Like, men are, and you know what? Fine, we'll give you equal rights, okay. Like, well, seriously, that's what it was.
No, I understand. It's the way you said that.
Yeah.
like instinctively made me sort of mad at you, even though you're right.
Yeah. Men are just like, listen, fine. We'll give you whatever you want as long as you're happy, dear. Like, that's kind of what men do.
No, I know. I agree.
Generally speaking,
I agree. I think in a relationship, in general, there are definitely exceptions, but in general, men are more accommodating than women are in a relationship. That's just the way it is.
So now we're in a situation where, like, women don't want anything out of men. And also women don't want to offer what men want.
Yep.
So women are so now women are like, I'm empowered, but I'm also alone and scared and neurotic, and the entire civilization seems foreign and alien and dangerous to me because I have no men in my life to protect me. Meanwhile, there are men who are incels and angry and bitter at their own lack of success, and they don't have, like, anything in their life. Like, so this isn't good.
No.
Yeah, for anyone.
Listen, everyone just needs to learn how to communicate better. Jimmy, communicate better and make compromises. Compromises is the human's best friend, even though they suck.
And this is why women are choosing bears instead of men. Pretty much.
Well, I mean, to be fair, again, we had discussed that, I think on one of the gaming streams, that video, it's stupid that any woman chose the bear at all.
Yes.
However, we discussed that, of course, they were only going to upload most of the women choosing bears and not, like, probably the hundreds of other women who didn't choose bear, you know?
Maybe so, but...
Don't fucking say maybe so.
We can't know unless we have the evidence.
That's literally, that's how they get you. That's clickbait.
Okay.
That's how they get the views, is to post the most fucking dramatic version.
Let me put it this way. Do you think that those guys, when they made that video, that they basically just lied about it and they didn't post?
No.
So most women did in fact say bears, not men.
No. What I think probably happened was, what usually happens with those videos is that they'll do, like, hundreds of, like, when you do, like, the walk around, like, interviews, they'll do hundreds of those, but they'll only take the funniest takes.
Well, sure, but do you think that?
So I think, if you let me finish my sentence.
Go ahead.
So I think that what happened was that they probably figured that a few of them would say bear, or, like, they would get into arguments with women who were just like, well, why would you ever say bear? You know, like, some ridiculous things, and then got surprised by how many people did in fact say bear. Probably not as many as didn't say bear, but they were surprised about how many, and they were just like, we're going to post this with all the ones that say bear. They probably got the idea as they were saying it, but it's probably not as many as the video makes you think it was. Yeah.
Hold on. So you think that if we actually got a hold of all of their data, we would see more women saying men instead of bear, but they just took the bear ones?
Yeah.
I don't believe that.
Okay.
I don't think so.
I mean, that's
I
how
think
a lot of these clickbaity interview walkarounds work.
I think that their selection, the selection that they showed, is roughly in ratio with the total selection that they had.
Maybe.
So they had, like, I think the video was like 7-2. Like 7 chose the bear and 2 chose the man. I think that's probably the ratio of what the total was.
Okay, we're just gonna have to agree to disagree. I generally think that most of those types of videos are, like, scam videos anyway.
Yeah.
Like, that's not really the truth. All the fucking data is gonna be skewed because, of course, they're only gonna upload the funniest moments. That's just how it is.
To be fair, you do see online, Patter of Heads did mention, like, if you see people, like, women just commenting on Twitter, they're all saying bear as well.
Yeah, but a lot of those are going to be troll accounts too. Like, it's
also because
online.
Twitter's retarded. Yeah.
Yeah, Twitter's just stupid and it fucking doesn't count for anything.
Does it? Yeah. So I mean, I guess that's how it is, guys.
But like, I'm not, like, there are definitely women psycho enough out there to fucking say bear. Like,
Yeah, of
I'm not
course, of
saying
course.
that no woman ever would say bear, but like, you know, I just
Yeah,
don't
yeah.
think it's as many women.
I think in the end we'll just have like men paired up with AI girls and women paired up with bears, and that'll be it.
There we go. Yep.
Okay, let's continue on to the final article. Actor Zoe Alexandria dead at 29 years old. Dead by Daylight voice star has died after suffering from rare brain swelling.
I don't know who this is. Or
You
what
do
Dead
because,
by Daylight is.
you and I did a segment on this a few months ago. Dead by Daylight is a game.
Yes.
It's a video game.
Yep.
Zoe Alexandria did a voice for that game.
Okay. It means nothing to me. I don't.
She is.
We've never played Dead by Daylight.
No, we didn't. But she had something wrong with her and she died.
That sucks. She was only 29.
She was
She's too
29
young.
years old.
Too
Yes,
young.
she is. Here's the issue. Now she's trans. I don't know if you could tell.
I couldn't actually, but go on.
She was the voice actress of The Unknown in Dead by Daylight, which was that very creepy looking. Yeah. It was that very creepy looking thing that when it was first announced was wearing a skirt, like a cheerleader's outfit.
Mhm.
And so everyone thought that it was like a very transphobic interpretation of a trans woman.
Mhm.
And so everyone was like, why did you get a trans woman to voice this transphobic caricature of a trans woman? And then like she got harassed and the game company got harassed, like a bunch of fucking shit happened.
Mhm.
But then that was a month ago or so.
Mhm.
And she has died of some she didn't kill herself. It was some like it wasn't related to the drama.
It's
She
literally title of this article. We understand that she died to a brain thing. That was literally stated in the article that we are
I will
currently
find
reading.
to you. So yeah, bad night video synth. Sorry, dude. Here's The Unknown from Deadlight. Yeah. It was this fucking thing.
What is that? I can't even.
It's a horror game, right? So this is The Unknown, and this is how it was announced.
That looks hilarious.
So people are saying like, Dead by Daylight's The Unknown is transphobic, says the voice actor. So the voice actor, the woman who just died.
Why is this transphobic? It's just a fucking mutated cheerleader.
Because here's the thing. There's like
Actually, it's not a cheerleader. It looks like a cheerleader because it screams
New
pink.
Dead by Daylight killer is a deformed freak in a skirt, voiced by a trans voice actor. What in the ever-living heck do the devs mean by this?
That they hired a talented person who they thought voice would work for this creepy ass monster.
Yeah.
What the fuck? Like
Okay.
this. Okay.
Yeah. And see,
Oh.
trans representation too. There's Melanie Mack. Trans representation is too accurate. So the issue is that there's actually a growing number of people who are claiming to be trans, but they're just like these giant hulking ogres
Well, yeah. No.
with like
yeah.
just stringy long hair, and they're like, "I'm a girl," and it's like, dude, no, you're fucking not. Like, you don't pass at all. And by the way, that's clearly not this person
No.
who actually passes pretty decently.
Yeah, I thought it was a fucking biological woman.
Listen, I disagree with Melanie Mack on a lot. I think she's really funny though. All right, I'd have some good debates with her. I think if I ever had the opportunity to do so. But yeah, like there's like here, if you go to like some of the really like maybe I can find one. There's an account called Males of Reddit.
Jesus.
Okay.
Please no. Oh, it's because it's okay.
Yeah.
Yep.
What?
Yep. No. Go.
Okay, yeah, like the Males of Reddit account
Mm-hmm.
is okay. Is there any pictures, or is it just gonna be all this? They sometimes post pictures of just like
Well, wouldn't
very
it be under their pictures, Devin?
no, because these are also all pictures. These are images.
Oh, okay.
So like there's maybe there's not gonna be any. Okay, not so yeah. There's just so many like non-passing trans women that are like, I'm so cute, and they like look like fucking deformed almost.
Mhm.
All right. That's why this became a thing, because like this was so fucking funny. It's like, why did you choose this specific type of deformity with this clothing, with that hair, and then have a trans woman voice it? It's like, holy fuck, guys.
Well, I mean, like, sure, like, they fucked up, but I genuinely assume it's because she actually did a really good job with with whatever voice she was needed to do,
Yeah.
and they were just like, yeah, you should do this because this is amazing, and it sounds amazing with this character, and, like, they didn't make the connection, they just did it per talent, you know? So it's, yes, I guess just don't hire trans fucking voice actors in case they fucking think
Yeah.
that you're fucking trying to be transphobic. It's like the same thing that people were saying back in the day about fucking black voice actors. Like, better not fucking hire them in case they think we're being racist. Like, Jesus.
Oh yeah. No, Valid L's does it a lot. I just want to make sure there's nothing pornographic on here or anything.
I'm sure there's many pornographic things on there, knowing you and the accounts that you follow and know
No,
about.
No. I think that like the original Valadels is gone. But anyway, yeah, there's just like, I can't find any examples of it right off.
I know
right
exactly.
away.
No,
But
listen, I
very
actually,
non-trassing panzer, very
Listen,
non-passers.
I actually knew an example.
Oh, what is it?
Yeah, there was I could probably talk about it. So it was an old coworker who, like, this is many years ago at this point. Like they were hired. It lasted like very little time because you know, fucking boomers and pronouns.
Yeah.
But like didn't really pass. But it was during COVID, so I never really saw them without a mask. However, like, they had a beard and a very deep voice, and my brain kept fucking automatically going he, and I kept, like, every time I would talk, like it usually was pretty good when I was talking to them, but whenever I talked about them, I would use he, and then I would use she, and then I would use they, because I was just like, oh my god, my brain, it won't focus, because of the super deep voice and the beard, and I was just like, just shave and talk in a head voice.
Yeah.
Like, it's, you got to do one of these two things, as my brain screams male.
I did find an example. So at least kind of an example, like this person's like, life as a non-passing trans woman is like, you're just a dude.
Well, yeah. You gotta wear a wig, you gotta wear some makeup.
I got some makeup going, but still, no, doesn't work.
Well, that's because the 5 o'clock shadow's there. You have to put fucking foundation on it.
It still wouldn't work with that face shape, dude. Like,
no,
there's some people that just won't work.
Okay, no, listen, 5 o'clock shadow, like, makes you, like, 100% look way more male if you have it.
Like, there
are some bad face shapes,
Listen,
you know, but, like, those...
Dude.
Like, that's just an unfortunate face.
Yeah, so, like there are some people who just will not pass, and that's that.
No, here's the thing, though. If trans wasn't a thing, like, if trans people just, like, didn't exist, let's just say, I would just think that's an ugly woman, right? Like, a lot of these, like, listen,
maybe.
if you didn't know that trans was a thing, you would just think that they're ugly women. Except for, like, except for that one.
This
like,
one,
that just looks like a dude.
This one?
Because of the jaw, yeah. And the fucking 5 o'clock shadow. That's the main reason, is the 5 o'clock shadow makes a lot of people don't pass because they don't know how to use foundation to fucking hide it.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah. So there's just... there are just some face types that just aren't going to work.
Yeah, but if you didn't know that trans
Simple
was
as
a
that.
thing, you would just think it's an
Dude.
ugly dude. Yeah,
No.
well, like, listen.
Doesn't work.
It's an old lady.
Can't pass. No.
Ugly old lady. 100%. I'm telling you, man.
The hairline's too high.
Well, yeah, of course the hairline's too high.
That-
Because trans is a thing, and we know it's a thing. It's coloring your vision. If you didn't
No.
know that trans is a thing,
I would still
100%.
be like, this is a cross-dresser or something, because like the hairline's too high. Like women's hair doesn't go that far back until they're like 90.
oh,
Yeah. So no, listen. It's what's basically going on here is that there's this stereotype online of
Hey,
like
wait.
of no. I want to say this. There's
Okay.
a stereotype online of non-passers being like these giant male ogres,
Mhm.
and there's a good reason for that stereotype because
that's
that
been happening a
that
lot,
type
yes.
of person actually exists.
Yes.
Right. And like you can find pictures and pictures of them, right? Like
Yep.
so many pictures of them.
Also, I want to point out to whoever keeps yelling at me
didn't
about
finish.
fucking woman and woman. It sounds the same when I say it. It's not. I am using the two different words. It sounds the same.
So what ends up happening is that this creature
Mhm.
looks kind of like those ogres because like the broad shoulders, the like kind of the goofy face, like for like an extremely non-passing, very ugly trans woman, and this is like okay, like you can see it, right? Like it's like haha, okay, I get the joke, right?
I literally wouldn't assume that at all.
Here's the thing. Everyone saw it. Everyone assumed it, which is why even trans activists started saying that this is transphobic because they also saw it.
All right, sure. Like, I honestly just look at this, I'm just like, that, it's a horror game, right? So there's gonna be weird-ass mutated-looking people. It's just funny that they have an actual outfit, you know?
Mhm.
Like, it's just the fucking female version that makes it look more female because it's wearing pink,
Sure.
you know? That was my
So-
assumption.
So basically, everyone thought that that basically the game developer was transphobic. Everyone thought that in fact Zoe Alexandria, whatever her name was, that she was being transphobic because she was consenting to do this voice.
Mhm.
And even she turned around and said, "Yeah, the game developer is transphobic. They didn't tell me this is the voice I was doing for this character. Like I regret this." And then like she actually watched that. I think we did a segment on it before. She walked that back.
Mhm.
And she was like, "I'm sorry, I want to keep my job. I don't take it. Sorry, don't attack the game developer, guys." Like it just, like she did that, but then just unfortunately she has now died, which
Wow.
sucks because it's completely unrelated.
Mhm.
But
Yeah.
she has since passed away.
Mhm.
And I mean, R.I.P., dude.
Yep.
You probably didn't deserve the last thing that you were known for to be this shit show.
No.
Because like I actually went after this initially happened. I went to her YouTube channel and she like did like voice passing lessons and she did, like she was kind of interesting to be honest as a person. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Also kind of cute. Yeah. Yes.
Yeah. If you very specifically say woman and woman.
You know me? Would you?
Well, yes, obviously that picture. Yes.
Yeah. Same. To be honest. Yeah. Anyway, no, didn't. 41% had a medical problem and died. It wasn't suicide, yeah.
Brain swelling.
This person just showed up, I think. Anyway, yeah. My dick will tell me if you pass. Yes, that's how it works.
But you also like femboys. You just don't care if there's a penis there.
I'll call them girls too. I don't give a shit. You used to call them girls in bed.
Yeah.
Don't worry. They're kind of into that too.
Yeah.
Okay, that is all the articles for today, guys. Thank you for all the support today.
What? No, I want more. I want more funny ones.
Nope.
Find some.
Because we have to go and do, it's 1:30 and we have till 4 to do some Final Fantasy.
Oh.
So I'm gonna quickly read off the last few super chats, guys, and we'll take a 15-minute break at the absolute most, and then we'll do like 2 hours of Final Fantasy. Okay?
Well, yeah.
We're gonna do it as fast as we can. We're gonna giga chat it. Okay? But thanks everyone for being here. Let's read the super chats, and then we're gonna play some Final Fantasy, and then I'm on Archcast tonight. Okay? The Archcast tonight. I'll have to refresh this real quick. I'll refresh it to get some better newer super chats. Give me better super chats. Give me the better super chats. Okay, so let's see.
Worms.
Where?
Baron. Sony is the newest one.
All right. Tara Shavenko, $5. Is Sony trying to burn down their company for the insurance money? I don't believe so.
Yes.
No, I don't think so. I think they're just like
Yes.
destroying themselves like they're retarded. New videos next week, very soon. They're coming. Don't worry, man. I have some. They're coming down the pipe. They're almost done. Great. Literal offense necromancy for £2. Thanks, Ciro. I think that's to do with the guy who like had his picture found 3 years later. Ridiculous. £10 from Jackus. Thank you. What's worse for men's perception of women? Hentai and porn or Andrew Fake and Fresh and Fraud? Probably porn. Porn's more prolific than Andrew Tate and Fresh and Fit.
Yeah.
Their pillars are bad, but I think like porn might be worse.
No, porn is worse because like Andrew Tate is an opinion that you can choose to ignore.
Yep.
But porn is a like visual perception that they try to attempt to make reality, even though it's not.
Yep.
Yeah.
Completely agree. What type of bear matters? Ted comment. Yeah, there's some bears that are on the way, some bears that was EU.
Yep.
That's for sure. I understand. Tara Shavenko, $5. My favorite bear man thing was an anime fan putting up a woman / Holo the Wise Wolf poll in response. That's good. T-Bone is gaming for £5. After that survey, I'm a man who identifies as a bear. Nice. That's how you get laid, dude. That's
Yep.
how you get
There
laid.
you go.
Oh.
Don't make those sounds on stream.
I gotta stretch.
No, stop it.
Okay, guys. Listen, stick around. In 15 minutes, probably a little bit less. I just got to go to the washroom. We're starting up Final Fantasy. Okay?
Rebirth.
Rebirth. The remake. Final Fantasy
Devin.
VII Rebirth. We're continuing our playthrough. And then after, at 4 o'clock, I'm on the Archcast. So, yeah, that's the end of the weekly sip for today. Stick around, though. Please. Please. See you in a bit, guys. BRB.
Burb.